Come on now, Gavin. Where are you this late at night? Your car isn't in the driveway, meaning you've gone out pretty far this time, I'm sure. If you're going to leave and be gone for a long time, please let me know first, all right? I'm a bit worried about you now.
Pfft, what do you want from me now? Is it really that important to you that I tell you every little thing about myself? I'm just out getting a little fresh air is all right?
Do you understand that tomorrow is going to be our wedding? We have to be up really early in the morning to start getting ourselves ready for everything.
And that's the reason for all of this?
What? For all of what?
This is gonna be my last night as a single man, so let me have my freedom. Also, this car happens to be my high-end car. Why do you care that I've taken it out? I don't ever remember asking you to keep an eye on it for me.
I'm very well aware of that, Gavin.
Stop trying to act like you get to know everything about me when you're not even making as much as I am. Are you wanting to get married to me so badly, yet you're not going to bother letting me be me? I do not want to be married to a monster, so you'd better stop it with all that nagging right now, lol.
You happen to be pretty wild when you drive. Make sure you make it home in one piece tonight. I understand you wanting to spread your wings one last time before the wedding, but let's just both make sure we're ready for the wedding tomorrow morning.
Please excuse me for texting you at such a late time as this. I was just heading back home from work a second ago, but I got a look at my older brother out on the streets. You both are supposed to be getting married tomorrow, right? Why is he still out this late at night?
Hayes, thank you so much for updating me like this. He's told me that it's his last night as a single man tonight, so he wants to be on his own for a bit.
What? But this late at night?
We are getting married really soon. And he'll also be expected to get the company from his dad soon, so I think he just wants one last chance to spread his wings. Sorry if that's worried you at all.
What? Wait a second. You're telling me Gavin is going to get the company? Are you certain about that?
Yeah, he told me about it only recently, so I was just as shocked as you probably are now. Just last month, his dad asked him to be the one to take over the company when he leaves, so that's how things came about. I'm not sure what the reason really is for all of that, but Gavin has been really happy that his dad is finally trusting him enough to let him have the company after he's gone. He's always been going on about how his salary is going to be huge once he's the CEO. I think he's gotten a little too carried away with the idea of being the next CEO, but I can also understand why he'd be so excited over it.
There's no way. There's no way he's going to be the next CEO. Dakota, my brother's lying to you about all that.
What? What do you mean he's been lying to me about it? Hasn't he always been the one your dad has been wanting to make the next CEO? I thought this was all in the talks for a long time now.
I understand you wanting to think things like that, since he's the oldest son, so don't take any of this the wrong way. But, well...
Gavin, answer me, gosh dang it! Why have you done all of this to me? The wedding is ruined now because of you, Gavin. Where are you even at now? What the hell were you thinking, holding the hand of one of my best friends and walking out of the wedding like that? That's screwed up on so many levels that I can't even begin to understand how you could do that to me.
Shut the hell up! You saw it with your own eyes, right? So you should be able to understand what's going on here. Take a real close look at the reality you're in now, lol.
Huh?
You just have to think a little, and you'll be able to guess what's happened. I'm not going to be able to marry such a monster as yourself now. I'm going to be marrying Connor now. So don't you dare try getting in our way.
What do you mean for me to not dare get in your way? I am your fiancé, Gavin. Don't you dare start trying to play games with me.
I'm not playing games with you, Dakota. What I've chosen to do here is very much real, and is what I want. And before I'd even started to go out with you, I had known about Kana, and I've been friends with her this whole time!
What?
When you came around, I was happy to have started dating you. But when you and I decided that we wanted to get married, you started to act more strongly around me. I cannot be seen married to some overpowering woman like you, alright? It's just not going to happen. Who do you even think you are?
I have not been trying to overpower you, Gavin. The only reason I've been warning you more about things is because you and I had been planning on getting married, and I wanted to make sure you and I were both ready. It's not like I was trying to change you or anything. If you were having such a problem with me thinking about us so much, then you should have said something sooner.
I know it's about more than the two of us being ready. It's about you wanting to be more powerful than me. Compared to some dominant witch like you, Kana has been so kind to me. She doesn't care about the things I do, and makes sure to let me take charge when it comes to what we do as a couple. I have to be there to take care of her, as her man. So don't you freaking get in the way of us!
Are you kidding me, Gavin?
That's just how serious I am about Kana and I!
I see. Alright then. You happen to like her a whole lot more than me now and want her to be your wife.
That's exactly right, lol. I'm glad to see you finally coming around to understanding things, lol. But how can I be so sure of that? You do happen to be a very big idiot, lol.
I want to know something now then. What is all of this debt? I just got back into the changing room and found divorce papers and a contract on my desk. $50,000? What the hell is all that from?
That happens to be all the money I borrowed, lol.
Huh?
To tell you the truth, back when I bought my car, I had to take out a loan, lol. So now that you're aware of that, I'll have you pay it all off for me, lol. I have to focus on my new woman and I being happy now. So take care.
Are you kidding me right now?
Don't get so upset with me now, lol. I'm sorry that I left you on the day of our wedding for a better woman, lol. I could tell while walking out of there that things were getting a little tense. So good luck with all the guests, lol. Then I'll be taking Dakota. Huh? Who's this? Hey! You reply to me right now! Who the hell are you using Dakota's phone to text me like that?
Ah, is this you again? I've heard about you, and it appears you're at your parents' house right now. Was it fun having those 2 days worth of love with my friend? I wouldn't call any of that fun myself, but you seemed excited about starting your new love life with Kana over me. I'm going to go ahead and say you deserve what's coming to you, and that I'm never going to bother coming back for you either.
Hey, you stupid witch! If you know where I am right now, why haven't you come to see me yet?
Did you not just read what I had typed out for you? I don't care about you anymore, and there is no reason I should have to go all the way to your parents' house now to see you. You were the one that threw me away after all, so don't you feel as though you're being a little unfair by saying something like that?
Don't you stop picking me apart! I want you to come to my parents' house right now! You are my wife, right? You come here right now and take care of me after that accident.
I'm not your wife. All you are to me now is some random stranger that I don't have any relation to. So don't expect me to come and care for your hurt butt.
Huh?
I'm sure you already knew what was going to happen, right? The day you and I went to the courthouse to get married, you also took some of the divorce papers they had and filled them out. Well, I just took those and handed them in. You did leave them for me to hand in at the wedding after you ran off. So I'm not your wife at all now.
What? Why would you do something like that without asking me first?
Without asking you? I don't remember having to ever ask you for permission to do anything when you're the one who left those papers filled out for me, right? And it wasn't just the divorce you wanted, but you also canceled the wedding on me and tried to force me to pay off your debts for you. I'm not some idiot. I wasn't just going to stay married to you after all that went down.
You... Shut the hell up! Are you trying to say that I'm the idiot here?
Well, you were the one that wanted to become the idiot, right? Especially after hearing about the reason you had to go back to living with your parents now. I was laughing my butt off when I first heard about you. You were in such a rush to get away from everyone with Kana, but before you could leave town, you wanted to go and steal your parents' checkbook in order to pay off your debt with their money. And as you were racing to their house to get it, you got into a car accident. And not just that, though, but you were so embarrassed about crashing your expensive car that you didn't even bother to call the police, instead taking yourself home to your mom and dad covered in blood and asking for help. I'm sure your mom and dad are tired of you being around them now, right?
Crap! How dare you start making fun of me over something like that? Shut the hell up and come care for me! I have plenty of broken bones right now and can't take care of myself.
No way. Why don't you ask Kana to come over and care for you? You and her were doing so well together, right? You wanted to be the one to protect her and everything, so ask her to come over and care for her big man.
Kana is in the crash. She got hurt just as badly as me and ended up with a huge gash across her face. She's having to deal with all that right now. So in her place, I want you here caring for me.
Oh no, Kana got a gash across her face? Ooh, she was this cute little woman that you said you'd protect and everything, but instead you've gone and hurt her face. What a great punishment.
Huh? Do you not care that your best friend got seriously hurt in that accident? Are you really that heartless?
She was my best friend. Not anymore, though. I'm not that kind, all right? I would never stay friends with someone that thought it was okay to steal my husband at our wedding.
You monster!
Hey, I'm not the one that caused that wreck in the first place. You were the one at the wheel, and now both you and her have to pay for it. Perhaps you should have done something about your reckless driving that I tried to warn you about. But that's the problem. You always saw me worrying for you and wanting the best for you as me trying to be overpowering, right? I guess Kana was perfect for you because she must not have been warning you like I had. Well, let's just say your predicament is all your fault for never listening to my words, so you're going to have to do something about your situation on your own. I happen to know where your parents live, so I'll send your things to that address. Now, you have fun in hell.
What the hell is wrong with you? My driving was not the problem here. It was always because you'd say such unnecessary crap while I was driving that I couldn't pay attention. This is all because of you. I want you to take full responsibility for all of this. Hey, reply to me right now, you crazy witch. What the hell is this? What the hell are you trying to do to me?
What? You must have had a good look at the papers I sent to your parents' house, right? Well, it's just as everything reads. I would like to get a settlement from you. I told you I'd be sending you your things back to your parents' house, and those papers just happened to be very important to you. You should be thankful that I was willing to send you all your things. But of course, in your fashion, you only care about the things that mean good to you.
There's no way someone can be as heartless as you. Especially when I'm badly injured and can't move at all. You don't even have a gosh dang soul, you.
You're going to say that to me? After you ran away from me with my best friend and I couldn't move after you at all in my huge wedding dress and heels? Well, I'm totally fine being viewed as a demon. I was made this way by you, after all. You ran off with another woman you cheated on me with, so I'm going to make sure you pay up for that. I have every right to your money, correct?
Crap! I'd only just gotten rid of my debt. Who the hell do you think is going to give you any dang money?
You got rid of all your debt? What are you talking about? You didn't get rid of any of your debt, Gavin. You just tried to push it off on me when it's meant to be paid off by you.
Huh?
I had a good talk with my lawyer about all of this. He told me you had that debt before we ever got married, so that means you have to keep it for yourself. And even if we were married before you took that loan, I was never the one to sign for it, so the only person responsible for paying it all off is you. So, leaving me with the contract you signed for that loan isn't going to automatically make me the one responsible for it.
No way! You're lying! There's no way! I know for a fact that I can make you pay off my debt after we got married, and that's what I've done. Your lawyer that you've been talking with is just an idiot, lol. I'm sure because you weren't even able to get yourself a decent lawyer anyway, and went for the cheapest one you could find, lol.
Go ahead and say what you'd like about my lawyer and I. But my lawyer happens to be your little brother, so you might want to knock all that off.
What?
Ugh, Hayes was right about having you for an older brother. You really are the crappiest person to have as family, and I don't blame him for wanting to fight you in court on my behalf. By the way, did you even know that your own little brother has been a lawyer this whole time?
Hey! Wait a second, alright? Hayes is a lawyer?
He sure is. And he's going to be the one helping me take you on in court when I make sure to ask for that settlement. I've heard all about your family, by the way. Your parents seem to care a whole lot more about you than they did Hayes. And the only reason your parents were so kind to me all the time is because I was the wife of the oldest, right? They always wanted to make sure their oldest son got the best. And because of that, they always seemed to look away from Hayes' needs and act like he had to handle himself.
Well, the oldest is the most important to the family. You should already know that. I'm going to be the one getting all my parents' things when they pass away. And unlike me, Hayes is a total idiot. So of course my parents would only want to care for me.
And that's why things have ended up this way for you, Gavin. Did you know that while you had all your college paid for by your parents, Hayes had to pay off all his schooling on his own? And ever since Hayes was born, he only ever received hand-me-downs from you and nothing else. You would even laugh about that and make sure a lot of your clothes were stained up before giving them to him. I find it really hard to believe that there is someone with your nerve who thinks it's okay to treat their brother like that. But I guess you didn't even care to treat your own wife with any respect, so you might actually have the nerve to do things like that to your own family. I just wish that things could have ended up better for Hayes and I, and that's why today the two of us will begin to fight you over what you've done.
He is my little brother, you idiots. I can say and do whatever I'd like to him. And none of that has anything to do with you. It's not my fault he was born after me and with half the brain, lol. If he really had a problem with me how he was treated by me, and still is, then he needs to step up and fight me over it, lol. Then I might stop making fun of him all the time, and respect him a little, lol.
Well, like I said, we will be fighting back now.
What?
What do you mean, what? I just told you that he's going to get back at you now. And in more ways than just one. I mean, even right now, Hayes is in charge of his own branch because of how great of a lawyer he is.
That guy's in charge of his own branch?
Did you not even know that? Well, it's not like you actually listen to anything you're told anyway about him. You just resort to calling him an idiot and then say he works in a factory or something. That's what you do, right? You just treat him like he's nothing, even though he has the proof to show you that he's way more than you are. It's crazy that I know the true him and you don't, even though I only just got to meet him a few months ago. You never invited him to come see me when I met your parents, and even after that, the only time I got to see him in person is when he went out of his way to talk to me. Well, I'm glad that unlike you and your parents, he's a different kind of person. He turns out to be way better than you at everything, and has even surpassed your own parents.
Huh? There's no way he's better than me at everything, lol.
Even now, you're going to keep acting like you're better than him? I can't believe you are this thick-headed, Gavin. I want you to cut the crap right now and start understanding that you have always been the number 2 in your family. I really want you to be aware that after everything you've done, you haven't only pissed me off, but you've also really gone and pissed off your brother. I don't care that you have so much debt you're still needing to pay off. We are going to make sure you pay for everything you've done, starting with the settlement. Don't even think for a second you'll be running away this time. We want you to burn in hell. Get ready to face your punishment.
You and Hayes have no right acting like that towards me. But oh well, Hall. I'm sure he doesn't know anything about this yet, but I'm going to be taking over my dad's company. When it comes to money, I can make anything happen, lol. You want me to pay off that settlement? Sure thing. And once I've done that, you both stay the hell away from me, lol. I'm sorry, but you guys aren't going to make me go to hell, lol. Hey, Hayes! I found out that you started to make Dakota believe some lies now. I'm going to be the one taking over Dad's company, so you can start thinking of me as the CEO, lol. You can claim to be a lawyer all you want, but compared to a CEO, you are nothing. And I'll make you pay for talking about me like you have with Dakota. I'm going to start talking about how you've been going out with her behind my back, and everything as well, and get myself a sweet settlement from you both, lol. I'm going to teach you a lesson that you won't be able to avoid, lol. I never thought you were that brainless of a person, Gavin. It's kind of embarrassing to call you my older brother anymore, because of how stupid you act. What did you say to me? Do you have any idea what you just said to your older brother? You have no right talking to me like that, when you're the one putting your hands on my wife! I'm sure you're pretty confused about all of this, but I haven't laid a finger on her. But, unlike myself, we happen to have a ton of evidence showing that you've been cheating on her with Kana. So you can just shut up now and pay off the settlement she's asking for. Like I never, lol. I'll pay her that settlement like she's asking for, since I'm going to have all that company's money at my disposal. But I'm not going to shut up about it. I'm sure as hell not going to apologize for any of it to lowlives like you guys. I'm the CEO now, and will not be seen apologizing to your kind. If you really go through with taking over Dad's company, you're going to be putting yourself into more debt. Huh? What are you talking about now, lol? You seem to have been spoiled so often that you never think anything bad about Dad's company. And when it comes to you now, you only choose to believe the things you want to. But I think it's time you really open your eyes. For a very long time now, Dad's company has been going down, and he hasn't been out of the red in a decade. If I were in your shoes, I sure wouldn't want to take over a company like that. What? Huh? You're lying, right? Dad isn't in that bad of a situation, is he? Oh, you trying to play with me now? I'm not trying to play with you at all. Rather, I'm just trying to give you one last chance as your little brother to take my word for it. If you don't want to believe what I'm saying, then you're free to do so. However, if you want a reason to believe what I'm saying here, take a look at your email. I just sent you some information on Dad's company. I'm looking right now. What? This can't be real, can it? It is very real. I'm sorry that you believed otherwise for so long. Then what should I do about all my debt? If I take over Dad's company, I won't have any money to pay off my own debt. I'm not sure what you can do. Nor do I care. Do something with your own strength. You were the one asking for this to happen all along, right? You happen to have your own portion of a company now, right? Please, help me out with all this! You're not going to turn away your older brother's need for help, right? Shut the hell up, Gavin. What? I'm asking you to just shut the hell up. Don't you frickin' try any of that crap with me now. You always look down on me and acted like I'm nothing. So what makes you think you can start asking for my help? The reason I've worked so hard to be where I am now is in order to cut ties with all of you for good. I don't want to be a part of your guys' family anymore, especially since it's not like I ever was a part of it to begin with. So after today, you and I are done with. Don't try talking to me again. I want you to pay off that settlement to Dakota, and then leave us both alone. And until the day you've done that, I'm going to keep digging deeper into you, making your life more and more unbearable. I think that's my right as your little brother. To be here to make sure you take responsibility for all your actions. Wait a second. Please, just help me out this once. If you don't do something, I'm going to have to live the rest of my life in debt! Help me, gosh dang it! Dakota, I finished talking with Gavin for you. I was also able to get him to agree to paying you back. So this is pretty much over with now.
Thank you so much, Hayes. I'm sorry that I kind of forced you to handle all of the talking.
Don't worry about that. I wouldn't ever want to make you have to talk to that idiot again. I also happen to be your lawyer, so it's kind of my job to handle things like this.
Hayes, thank you so much, alright? If I never had you here to help me, I'm not sure how things would be ending up for me.
You can just leave it at thanks. Also, he happens to be my brother, so I'm really sorry for all the terrible things he did to you. I don't think he'll ever apologize to you personally, so allow me to do that in his place.
You shouldn't have to apologize for a monster like him. It's because of you that I was able to avoid having to pay anything for the canceled wedding, so I was able to escape from Gavin without having to lose that much. Also, because of you, I was able to talk with my family and friends about it without feeling fear. I really am thankful for you. Thank you so much for being my friend in all of this.
You are a really strong woman, Dakota. I was afraid that in your situation you might be sucked into a path of constant sadness and despair. But you really pulled through and helped out a lot in defeating Gavin.
But Hayes, you shouldn't have to be thankful for me being around, as this was all my problem to begin with. Are you doing all right yourself after what happened?
What?
I guess I'm asking if you're okay in general. You've spent all your life having to deal with such a cold and heartless family, yet you still came around them when it came to my marriage with Gavin. I feel like all of this must have been really hard on you, and that what Gavin had done might have hurt you as well. Of course, I'm really happy that you came to help me with all the legal stuff, but you've helped me fight your own family.
I knew you'd worry about something like that. Well, to be honest, I've always wanted to get back at Gavin for all he's done to me. And now, I was finally able to get my payback. But I'm not feeling as happy about it as I thought I would. I'm still wondering if there would have been a better way to take him on, or if there was a way to talk away into becoming family. I will probably be thinking about this a lot from now on. What an idiot I am. I could have cut ties to all of them long ago if I had just given up with wanting to get back at my brother.
Don't beat yourself up like that. You're not to blame for the feelings you're having.
Dakota?
Your family is just a bunch of jerks, and they don't seem to understand how kind of a person you really are. So please, don't feel as though you've done anything wrong by taking down your brother this way.
I really like how soft your words are when talking about someone else. It makes me feel a lot better, hearing such things like that from you.
What?
I'm sure you don't remember this, but back when I wanted to first meet the woman my brother was marrying, you actually came out to see me. It was nice to see someone actually wanting to see me, especially when that someone was going to become my family. You made me really happy then, Dakota.
Is that so? I didn't really talk about much with you then, though.
But even if we didn't talk about much, I was so happy to have someone to talk to. And since you were my brother's fiancé at the time, I had prayed things would go well for you both, so that you'd become my sister-in-law. But now that things didn't go well between you and him, I've changed how I feel. I don't want to pray that things will go well between you and him, but that things go well between you and I. I want to make you happy, Dakota.
Thank you so much, Hayes.
I understand this is a bit strange. I know that it'll be hard to change the feelings you already have for me, since I was like your little brother in a way. Can we start by just being friends?
That's true. Let's start by being friends, and then we can see where things go. But remember, I'm a pretty powerful woman, so be ready for that.
I hope you will be powerful.
After all of that, Gavin was left having to pay off his debt for his car, as well as his settlement to me, and for the wreck he caused when he crashed. I was also able to get a settlement from Kana as well, so hopefully she will take care of that soon. But that wasn't all for Gavin, as he tried to evade his dad, who was now dead set on giving him the company. And even with all his effort to run, his dad was able to retire and Gavin became the new CEO of it. As of right now, Gavin is having to deal with even more debt, and I'm sure he's never going to pay it all off in his lifetime. When it comes to Hayes and I, we've begun going out with one another quite a lot. And after a few months of dating, we've decided that we both want to get married. We don't plan on having a wedding or anything, rather, we'll just go to the courthouse. And then after that, we'll begin living as husband and wife. We've even talked about the branch he's running right now, and Hayes is starting to consider hiring me on to be his secretary there. I don't have all that much confidence in doing office work such as that yet, but I know that he loves me a lot and that he won't hold a few mistakes against me if I become his secretary wife.
You got some damn nerve to do that. Oh, hi, Gabby. Yes, but you should think that this is not your house anymore. What the hell are you talking about? Do you think that you own this place or something? You only paid a little for the renovation. Are you serious? Did you not hear anything from your mother? About what? The current situation. I don't need to hear anything because I know that you just want to run through my parents' fortune, right? What fortune? I've never heard or seen that ever in my life. You are so conceited, you know? I feel so bad for my mom because she is tolerating with your harassment. Since I'm going home, I will not let you do that, you hear me? Coming home? Yes, I decided to have a baby there. Where? At my parents' house. Are you stupid? Where are you going to stay? This is not your house. Enough is enough! That is my parents' house and mine, okay? Do you think that my house is yours just because you live there? This might be the reason that Paul is fed up with you. What are you talking about? If you keep on acting this way, you can get kicked out. This is my house, so there's no way I'm going to get kicked out. Oh, wow. You're so confident. I wonder if you can keep that confidence until I go home tomorrow. What, you're gonna stay here? It's my house, so of course. Until when? Why should I tell you? Well, what I know is I'm going to relax for a while after giving birth. I have no problem with you coming tomorrow, but please talk to your family because you can't stay here for a long time. Who the fuck are you? You should be grateful that you're able to stay at my house. And I've been telling you that it's my house now. You probably don't believe me, so talk to your parents, okay? I heard that Gabby is coming home tomorrow. What's up with that? You didn't tell her anything, did you?
Oh yeah, she did say something about coming home to give birth. I just remembered. Looks like things are not going well between her and her husband, too. I feel bad for her.
Why are you talking like it's someone else's business? There's no way she can come here and live forever. I want you and your parents to get ready to leave because you understand that you can only live here until the end of the month, right?
Oh, about that. Can you think about it again?
What?
This is our house, you know. Isn't it rude to kick us out? You should think about it a little more and then decide.
Don't you understand that you're here because of what you've done? Why don't you find your own place to live?
You don't need to be pissed off, you know.
Anyways, she can only stay here 3 days max. Talk to her while you're here, and don't decide to negotiate with me because I won't. Hey, where's my lunch? Can you prepare it before you go to work next time? You're such a useless piece of shit. I'm at work right now. When are you staying at my house until? You're going to leave tomorrow, right? Did you talk to your family? What? Leave? I told you I came home to give birth. I will treat you like a housekeeper because your shitty attitude and all the trouble you caused. Didn't I tell you that this is my house now, so you can't stay here? I even told Paul you could only stay for 3 days. I didn't hear anything from him. Anyways, I will not listen to whatever you say because I'm your sister-in-law and the daughter of this house. If you can't listen to me, I will kick you out. Are you threatening me? Do you think that you can kick me out? Of course I can! This is my house! How many times do I need to tell you that it isn't? I have a higher status in this house, so don't even try to argue with me, okay? Don't act like you've won or something by threatening me. Why don't you listen to what I need to say? Do you want me to tell Paul to divorce you? I can do that, you know. Excuse me? Anyways, you will be my housekeeper, okay? If you decide to argue with me, I will kick you out and tell Paul to divorce you.
We are divorced already, actually.
What?
We divorced 3 months ago.
Oh, you guys divorced. So is that why you're living in my house? You've got nowhere to go, right? Get the fuck out!
Please shut up and listen to me, okay? This house is mine and not your parents. I am the owner, but since you don't believe me, ask your parents.
I don't need to ask because I know you're lying to me.
I'm telling you the truth. We started living together because your parents failed in their investment and became broke and couldn't pay the mortgage, so they changed the owner name to mine. So that's why you guys have a place to stay.
What? Failed an investment?
Yes. The reason I renovated the house was because I was trying to increase the value of the house with plans to sell or live by myself in the future. So it wasn't for your parents to begin with, because they didn't even pay a penny.
Why did they rely on you, though? Wait, what will happen to Paul then?
He works part-time at a 7-Eleven, so I think he doesn't have money. I mean, he does, but since he was cheating on me, maybe he used all of it on her.
What? He was cheating on you?
Yeah. That's why I divorced him.
I didn't know that you guys got divorced. I'm shocked.
You're shocked because you will not be able to use the divorce as a threat, right? Also, the fact that the person who you call a housekeeper is the owner of the house, right? Anyways, going back to the story about my house. I'm paying off the mortgage now, so if you want this house, you need to pay me, okay?
What? You're making us pay?
Of course! I own the house! I know that your parents paid the mortgage in the beginning, but I've been paying it for a while now. And even then, the owner name is changed to mine, so... Do you think you can still stay here?
So we really need to leave this house?
Yes! Your whole family. They promised to leave at the end of the month, so why don't you guys find a house?
What? You're seriously going to kick all of us out?
Yes, I am.
I can't even afford a house with only Paul's salary.
You can just go home to your husband's house, you know.
I can't because I was kicked out.
Oh, so it is true. Your husband sent me your belongings and divorce papers, which I thought was weird, so I called him, and he said he caught you cheating, so he doesn't need you anymore.
What? You checked without my permission?
Hey, it came to my house, and I just called the number that was on the package. I told him that I divorced Paul for the same reason, and he was really sick of you two. I was too, actually.
Shut up! That's none of your business!
Yep, exactly. So that's why I don't want anything to do with you, so please leave. I'm asking you nicely.
Where would we go? My parents are going to help me give birth.
Don't decide to come crying to me, okay? We're total strangers now.
Why are you so mean all of a sudden?
Me? Don't you think that you're the mean one? You decide to come home not knowing anything and calling me a housekeeper.
I just misunderstood. Can't you at least say thank you to me, though? I was nice to you and took care of you.
No one in your family took care of me, so whatever you say, I will say no. Don't think that I will help you.
I will apologize for Paul. So, can you give me the house?
Sure.
Really? Wow, that was easy. Did you understand me? I can be your friend if you want to.
The house will probably cost a few $1,000,000, so please buy it with that price. If that's okay with you, I can lower the price, but I don't think that it will be possible because no one will take out a loan. Plus, you guys have no savings. If you want to earn that much money, why not become a housekeeper? Not mine, but someone else's. I don't think you can handle it, though. I kicked all of them out of the house and was able to sell the house. Paul and Gabby's mom had to pay the alimony for the infidelity, and now they live in an old rusty apartment and are living a shitty life. On the other hand, I'm living my best life since I have money from selling the house.
It's very clear that when you treat others like crap, it will always come back to you.
Hey Sarah, have you calmed down a little bit? I'm really sorry about yesterday. I think that Mom and Dad didn't mean to make you feel bad or anything.
I don't think this is something I'm going to just calm down from.
I know. I'm sure you're still pissed off, but just come home, okay? Let me explain everything, okay?
I don't want to listen to any more explanations. I'm just in shock right now. I don't even want to talk to you.
Don't be like that. Come on, we're engaged, right?
I don't know. I need to think about that too.
What? You literally said yes to me last month.
But if I had gone to your parents' house before you proposed to me, I might not have said okay to it at all.
What the hell is that about? You're saying that my parents are the problem here? All this over something that may have bothered you at my parents' house. You're gonna throw out the engagement over that?
If you marry, that means that our families will become families. I don't think I can do that kind of thing, to be honest with you.
Don't be like that. As far as yesterday, my parents definitely had some faults. I want to explain everything, so just come home, okay? Besides, I'm literally apologizing right now, okay?
I don't think it's something I can just forgive you after a little bit of apologizing. Just because you apologize doesn't really change anything either. I don't even really like the attitude that you had at your parents' house yesterday either.
What are you talking about? It's really not that big of a deal, is it? Were you really that sensitive of a person? Oh, you're seriously so much work.
You're saying that I'm so much work? Do you really understand what kind of damage you all caused yesterday?
Yes, I understand. That's why I keep apologizing to you. You're getting a little annoying now. You really should start reconsidering how you think.
What? Me? I'm the one that needs to start reconsidering my thoughts. Just to be perfectly clear here, your son's fiancé comes over to say her greetings before getting married, and then your own dad throws hot tea on her? That's not normal!
I'm sorry. Dad really didn't mean anything by it either.
If he really did that without thinking that it would be something bad, then that's also pretty terrifying as well. I'm pretty scared to think about your own mum who was just standing there watching us too.
Don't talk so bad about my family, okay? You really have a bad habit of focusing on the negative things. You should really fix that, you know?
What? Are you freaking crazy? I had hot tea thrown onto me. And me complaining about that means that I'm focusing on the negative things? That's literally what I should be complaining about. I don't think that there's anything that's possibly good about that situation.
Don't think much about it, okay? Dad and Mom were just worried about me. They just wanted to protect me.
Protect you from what, moron? Not only did I have hot tea thrown at me, why the hell were you standing there laughing while I was burning?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It was just a situation I hadn't encountered before, so I just couldn't help but laugh.
I was literally burned by the tea. Did you even know about that?
Yeah, I was worried about you after I realized what was happening.
Yeah, you were. You really pretended to be worried about me, didn't you?
It wasn't pretending!
You were definitely pretending. While I was running around screaming that it was hot, you were just laughing at me the whole time. I really felt like you were the worst person on the planet.
Oh, I said I'm sorry. It was just a little funny.
It's not funny at all. I really thought that you were just as crazy as they were.
Oh, what are you talking about? Me too. You trying to say that my parents are insane?
Yeah, I am. I think they're certifiably insane. I didn't even mention the best part. After I ran out because I was pissed off after having hot tea thrown on me, you didn't even bother chasing me out of the house to check on me, did you? That's when I knew that this wasn't going to work out.
What do you mean not work out? You were seriously pissed off. I figured that it would be better to let you cool off for a bit, no pun intended. You didn't even come home yesterday. I was really worried, you know?
Thank you for worrying so much about me, but I have no intention of ever returning.
Huh? What about the apartment? You gonna leave even though we live together?
Yes, I'm going to pack my things and leave. You can also consider this whole engagement called off.
Wait, hang on a second. I'm sorry, I'll explain everything. Just hear me out, okay?
I don't have anything else to talk about.
I had my reasons. Mom and Dad and what they did yesterday. It was all just actually, a prank. It was a surprise.
What? A prank?
Yeah, I'm a guy. I'm also an only child, right? So my dad can't say things like, I'm never gonna let you have my daughter. That's why he said he really wanted to try saying that this time around. I do think that he went a little too far by throwing tea on you, but that's why I couldn't help but chuckle a little bit.
Hang on a second. Wait, so you knew that would happen? That they would say crap like that to me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Mom knew about it too. But the plan was that he would yell, I'm never gonna let you have my son! And then we were all gonna say that it was all just a prank.
Uh-huh.
But then Dad had to get carried away by everything. He threw the hot tea on you. So I couldn't help but laugh. Mom was also trying to hold back her laughter. She just didn't say anything because she was trying not to laugh.
Are you shitting me right now?
Huh? I mean, I was goofing around a little bit yesterday, but it was funny, right? As soon as you figured out that it was a prank, you thought it was a little funny too, right? Be honest.
What are you talking about? Are you still messing with me? Do you ever stop messing around at all? I think you should stop messing around as a family. I have no intention of ever forgiving any of you.
What? I told you it was a prank. My dad and mom are both okay with us getting married too. They're super happy about it all.
I'm not going to get married to you after all this.
Why the hell not? The whole thing about I'm not gonna let you take my son is a joke. You understand the meaning of a joke, right? It was all just a prank.
To you and your family, it might just be a joke. To me, it isn't a prank or a joke at all. I already spoke to my parents too.
To your parents?
They're pretty up in arms too. They said that there's no way that they could get along with that kind of family. They're not the only ones either. We're really not going to be able to see eye to eye, ever.
Why the hell not? It's just a joke. You're seriously gonna call off the engagement over a joke like that? I feel like that's the worst prank of them all.
This is not a prank. It was the first time in my life that I've ever had tea thrown on me. And it was all basically boiling hot tea. My face was okay, but my hands are a little burned. You're seriously the worst.
Seriously? Look, I'm sorry about that. But just understand that my dad really didn't have any bad intentions. I'm sorry, okay? Let's have a fun life together. You gotta be able to joke around and have fun in life, right?
Personally, dating you at all was just a joke anyway.
What are you talking about?
I don't know why I was dating you. I don't know why I ever said yes to getting married to you. It all makes sense now.
Calm down, okay? I'll give you a little more time to calm down. Once you calm down at your parents' house, come back.
I'm not going to go back, but my parents will be going over today.
What?
They're pretty pissed off, and you're going to be paying for all of my treatment for my burns.
Oh, you're exaggerating. I'm sure it was just a tiny little burn, right?
Even if it was a little burn, you guys should be really taught a lesson of how big a mistake you all made. Your whole family is seriously a little too stupid.
What do you expect? It's the first time I ever brought over a fiancé. It was all a first-time thing for my family too. Marriage is a once-in-a-lifetime thing too.
I see. I'll just take this as a thank you for letting me know before we got married.
Are you seriously gonna let go of the engagement?
I want you to really consider what you've done. Please repent and think about all the guilty things you've done to me. I can't think of a single reason I'd still want to be with you.
I didn't think you were that kind of girl. Don't worry about it, I'm gonna reject you anyway. It was just like my mom had told me.
Huh?
There's no way a 29-year-old woman who isn't married yet is good. That's so true. You're seriously just a leftover. You're never gonna get married for the rest of your life. What a loser.
I'm okay that we don't have to get married. I'm glad that your family doesn't have a woman that would call herself your wife.
Just kidding, I'm just joking, seriously.
Huh?
Was that funny, my joke? I don't think about that, of course. Did you laugh? Come back already! Let's enjoy life together!
That really pushed me over the edge. Thank you, actually.
Huh? Was that not funny?
You can just keep saying your stupid jokes that aren't funny at all for the rest of your life. Bye. Sarah's parents went to Christopher's house after that. They demanded an apology from them. Christopher's parents seemed to be fooling around and not taking it seriously the whole time, but maybe Sarah's dad yelling from the top of his lungs made them realize the gravity of what they'd done. They called out Christopher and immediately started begging. They paid almost twice the treatment fees. The burn wasn't bad at all, and there were no scars left behind. It was a little sad that Sarah had dated someone for 2 years, only to have to meet that whole terrible family. She decided to just focus on her work and career. Christopher had kept contacting Sarah, trying to get her back on the good side and making jokes. But Sarah had already blocked Christopher, so she's never going to have to read those terrible text messages again.
Trey, what time are you coming home tonight?
I don't know. I got so much work to do.
I see. I'll cook something really nice for you, okay?
You're so lucky.
Huh?
You always have so much time on your hands and you never have to work late. You seem so happy all the time.
What? That's not true. I work late sometimes.
Yeah, right.
I try to be as efficient as possible, that's all.
You saying I'm not being efficient enough?
No, that's not what I said. The point is, I work hard too.
It's nothing compared to me.
Maybe, but that's why I cook for you and stuff.
I guess. Man, I wish my life was easy.
What does that mean? I've had my share of hardships, you know.
Oh, but still, your job seems really easy. I envy that. I gotta work late every day. I never have time for myself, you know?
I guess, but...
Whatever. Just have dinner ready when I get back. That's all you're good for anyway.
What's your problem? I'm gonna stay at my place tonight.
Huh? Come on, I was just joking.
I wanted to talk to you about our trip next week, but you seem busy today, so maybe some other time.
Oh, right, the trip to your parents' house. It's been like 2 years already, so it's about time.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, by the way.
You don't have a dad, right?
Right. It was just me and my mom. Oh, and my grandpa lived with us.
I see, that must have been tough.
Not really. At least for me. They both took good care of me, so I'm really grateful for that.
I see, but they must have broke. Wait, you're not marrying me for the money, are you?
What? Seriously? And, I never said anything about getting married.
Oh, well, it's just that you asked me to go say hello to your mom, so I just assumed. And to make a lot of money, so the company I work for is huge, so I just thought maybe you're trying to marry me for my money?
Trey, I had no idea you were like this.
What? No, I'm just saying it's possible, you know?
What the hell is wrong with you? Whenever I cook for you, I pay for everything. Would I do that if I was dating you for the money? And we always split our bills when we eat out. And when did I ever ask you for money, huh? And how dare you talk about my family like that? And why do you assume I want to marry you?
You've got a point. Whatever, I'll make a decision after I meet your mom.
Decision for what?
The marriage. If you're after my money, then I'm out. And what if your mom gets old and sick? I don't want to pay for retirement.
Wow. You're unbelievable. I had no idea you were like this.
I'm just saying, money is important, especially when it comes to marriage. And your grandpa, he must be really old. Gotta think about him too.
No need.
What?
I'm not marrying you, so don't worry about it.
What? You mad now? Look, we're adults here. I'm just saying.
I'm done. It's over.
What?
I'll never marry you. Ever. We're done.
Aren't you overreacting a bit? We're good together. Just chill out.
Don't tell me to chill out.
What?
All those horrible things you said about me and my family. How dare you?
I'm sorry if I upset you. I didn't mean to. I just assumed you guys were broke, that's all.
You just assumed, huh? What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, why are you so mad? You might not want to hear this, but you need me to provide for you.
Ugh. I'm done here. Forget it.
Tell me, be honest, were you dating me for the money?
What? Seriously? Tell me this. Do you remember how we met?
Huh? You came to the office for some meeting and you were lost, so I showed you directions.
Yeah, my grandpa asked me to deliver some documents to your office.
Huh? Your grandpa works here? He must be like 90 years old. What department is he in?
He's not in any department. He's retired now, actually. But they still ask him to come into meetings and stuff. He's the chairman.
What?
And my mom? She's the CEO.
What?
So yeah, we're not broke. Thanks for your concern, though.
Listen, I didn't mean to offend you. I was just asking to make sure. Listen, I'll be home as soon as possible. Can we just talk about this?
Huh? I thought you were working late.
Work can wait. Let's grab something to eat.
You don't have to do that.
Don't worry, you're the most important thing to me, Molly. Come on, let's talk about our wedding over dinner or something.
What?
But wait, if we get married, that means I'll be the next CEO, right? That's exciting. We got a lot to talk about. And about the trip, why don't we go this weekend? I'll go by myself if you're busy.
What are you saying? Like I said before, we're done.
What? No, we're getting married!
No. After all those things you said about my family? I don't think so. I never want to see you again. Ever. Get out of my life.
Look, I'm sorry. I messed up. I admit, okay? Come on, let's just start over. I already left the office.
No. You should go back to the office. If you don't finish your work on time, my mom won't be happy, LOL. And besides, you never even proposed to me, so...
I will. Actually, I just bought a ring. Where are you?
Huh? Did you not hear me? We're done.
Stop saying that. You know how much this ring cost me? But you're gonna be the wife of the next CEO of the company, so you're gonna love it.
Next CEO? My mom is still running things around here. What on earth are you talking about?
Oh, I know that. I'm just talking about the future. Look, I love you, okay? I want to marry you.
Wow. You're unbelievable. You know that?
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. I was just really tired from work, that's all. I'm sorry. Come on, let's move in together.
I told you no.
If you don't say yes, I might lose my mind and do something crazy. You sure you want to play like this?
What? You're threatening me now? That's it. I didn't want to do this, but I'm telling my family about you.
Huh? What? Why?
Because you just threatened me.
What? No, I didn't.
And my mom, she actually knows you. You're one of her employees, so she told me a lot about you. You're always on your phone during work. That's why you never get things done. That's why you're always working late. She told me everything. She was planning to fire you, actually. But I asked her to stop because you were my boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Oh well, doesn't matter anymore. Looks like you're finished. This sucks for you.
Hold on, I'm sorry, okay?
But hey, at least you'll now have more free time. Good luck finding your next job! Trey got transferred to some dead-end position in the middle of nowhere after that. It was either that or quit. But getting a job was harder than ever, so he decided to stick with his job. He could no longer work overtime. His pay was cut in half, and the ring he bought for Molly, he managed to sell it off, but he still ended up losing a lot of money. Molly never saw him after that. A few years later, she met someone and got married.
Just purchased a $200,000 car using my son's credit card. Are there any complaints from the simple wife? I am so happy to have a doctor as a son. What? A car? For $200,000? Are you sure you don't mean a $2 toy car? My, you and your jealousy really has gotten to your head now. Sam went ahead and gifted me this $200,000 foreign sports car. I just went and signed it, and later on, I'll send you the pictures.
So Sam went and bought that car for you?
That's what I've been saying. All right, let me go and take a picture of it right now and send it your way.
It's true, that is definitely a luxury foreign car. But I can't imagine Sam being able to afford something like this.
Sam is a doctor, you know. Of course he can easily afford this. Or could it be that he doesn't buy you anything?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, it's simple. Since Sam doesn't love you, he doesn't buy you anything, not even a car. I mean, come on. It makes sense, right? Someone like you, such a low-class, stupid woman, is just on a completely different level from Sam. And, of course, from me as well.
Sam doesn't love me? Well, that may be true. But calling me a low-class, stupid woman, huh?
Exactly. You're a low-class, low-income, and uneducated woman. Am I wrong? You and I are fundamentally different kinds of people. It's almost generous of us to have to let a woman like you into this family.
Look, I get it. You're really proud of the car. But can we stop this already?
No, we can't stop. You see, you're seriously lacking in gratitude towards us. Your family is poor, right? You should be thankful you can even live this life thanks to us.
Thanks to you? But Sam only makes $300 a month.
Liar. You ugly woman. You've really lost your mind, haven't you? Not just your appearance, but now your head too. I guess that's what happens when you're poor. Everyone becomes a liar.
I'm telling the truth. I've kept quiet about it until now, but I've been barely supporting him this whole time. However, I'm done with that kind of life, so we'll be getting a divorce soon. After we divorce, you'll have to take care of him, so good luck with that.
Oh my goodness, you're scared. I've never seen someone so delusional. Do you need me to take you to the hospital or something? Or better yet, why not have your dear Dr. Sam take a look at you?
Hey, what on earth is this all about?
Huh? No, wait, you've got it wrong. It's not what you think.
Wrong about what? What are you even talking about?
Isn't this about the engagement ring?
What? Are you saying you sold the engagement ring?
Well, yeah, there's this guy I know who's really knowledgeable about these things. He said if I was going to sell it, now's the best time. He mentioned that prices for jewelry like that are really high right now, and there's even a chance I could get more than what I originally paid for it. So I figured, why not? I thought I could get a good price for it.
Wait a second. You sold the ring? And not just any ring, my engagement ring?
Yeah, I sold yours too, but listen, I bought that ring for you, so technically it's mine. Besides, you haven't been wearing it for a while now, so I figured you didn't need it anymore. You know, since we're getting divorced and all, I thought of it as part of the separation process, like a symbolic thing.
You've got to be kidding me. This isn't about whether I'm wearing it or not. Selling the engagement ring behind my back? That's beyond messed up.
I didn't have much of a choice, okay? I was broke. You, as my wife, should just stay quiet and understand my situation.
What the hell did you just say?
Chris came by again, pressuring me to pay up. He even said that if I don't settle things soon, you might end up getting hurt too. He was desperate. I was just trying to protect you, that's all.
Wow, aren't you clever with your words? So, let me get this straight. You sold the engagement rings to protect me?
Exactly. You know how dangerous Chris can be. I was just looking out for you.
Right, but who's the one who borrowed money from someone like Chris in the first place?
Well, I didn't really have a choice. No other lenders would give me a loan. Chris, on the other hand, doesn't care about credit scores or background checks. Sure, the interest rates are high, but at least he'll lend to anyone.
Ah, I see. So you took out a high-interest loan from a dangerous guy just to blow it all on gambling. How admirable. And yet, for some reason, your mother seems to dote on you endlessly despite this kind of behavior.
No, it's not like that. My mom doesn't dote on me exactly. She just sees me as a status symbol. To her, I'm just the son of a doctor. That's all I am to her, a way for her to show off. She doesn't really care about me as a person.
That's funny, coming from the guy who bought his mom a $200,000 luxury car.
Huh? What'd you just say?
You heard me. A $200,000 luxury car. Don't play dumb. You bought that car for her, didn't you? With your credit card. I saw how thrilled your mom was about it, and she even showed me pictures of the car. Today was the delivery day, wasn't it?
Is this some kind of prank? Think about it for a second. How would I have $200,000 to spend on a car right now? I'm drowning in debt as it is, and I can barely keep my head above water.
Then explain to me why your mother has that car. She doesn't work, so there's no way she could afford something like that on her own. Your father's inheritance is long gone, too. So where did she get the money for that car?
What the hell is going on here? Hey, Mom, I heard you bought a foreign car and that I bought it for you?
Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention it to you. You left your credit card at my place, so I went ahead and used it.
What?
That foreign car. I've always wanted it. I'm so happy I finally got my hands on it.
Wait a minute, isn't that the $200,000 car?
Of course. I thought I could just tell you later, so I didn't think it was a big deal. But it's no big deal, right? I mean, $200,000 isn't that much, is it? After all, you're a doctor.
Well, it's just that,
If I had asked you to buy it before, you would have said yes anyway, right? I know I didn't tell you beforehand, and for that I'm sorry, but it's fine, isn't it?
$200,000 is a bit much, even for me.
What do you mean? Sam, you're a doctor. You can make $200,000 in just 3 months, can't you?
3 months? I mean, yeah, I'm a doctor, but I'm still pretty new to the field. I haven't even started my own practice yet, and it's not like I'm rolling in money.
Huh? What are you even talking about? You're a doctor. Act like one. You should be proud and confident. You're my pride and joy, my brilliant son. Don't get all gloomy over a mere $200,000.
Mere $200,000. You're lucky I'm only a little gloomy about it.
I don't want my proud son texting me to complain about something as trivial as this. Just let it go, okay?
Mom!
Hey, Rachel, excuse me for a moment.
What is it?
There are some strange people hanging around my house. They're demanding to see Sam.
What? And why exactly are you telling me this?
Because they can't get in touch with Sam. What's going on with him these days? Where is he?
Who knows? Sam disappeared in the middle of the night, you know. He packed up and fled.
What did you say?
He most likely ran away to escape from his creditors. Considering the massive debt he's accumulated, especially after that additional $200,000, he looked completely desperate. There was no way out for him.
Massive debt? What are you even talking about? Don't tell me, did he take on someone else's debt? Did he take over your debt by any chance?
This is such a pain to explain. I've already told you before, he's practically unemployed. I've been the one earning the money and covering our living expenses.
That's ridiculous. There's no way that's true. Sam is my son. The idea that he's buried in debt and unemployed is simply impossible. Besides, Sam graduated from a prestigious medical school and became a doctor. How can you even suggest that he's living such a miserable life?
He quit being a doctor a long time ago. Since then, he's just been hopping between part-time jobs. He kept up the appearance of being a doctor only in front of you, his dear mother. He did indeed graduate from medical school, and that's partly true. But pretending to still be a doctor? Well, that's not as hard as it seems, especially when it comes to keeping up appearances.
No, this can't be true. There's no way my son, my Sam, would do something like that.
And what makes you so certain about that? Forgive me for saying this, but you've never really had any social or career accomplishments of your own, right?
How dare you say something like that? That's beyond rude. I'll have you know, my parents were highly successful and influential, and my late husband was the CEO of a company. And my son Sam is a doctor. He worked hard and became a respected doctor.
Sure, your parents were great, and your husband may have been a successful CEO, but what about you? What have you accomplished?
Oh, what?
I'm not talking about your family or their achievements. I'm asking about you. What have you personally done? Bragging about your family doesn't do anything to change the reality of our own life, does it?
Well,
See? You can't think of anything, can you? That's exactly why you've pinned all your hopes and dreams on Sam. You project all your ideals onto him because you don't have anything of your own.
Shut up! You don't know me or my life, so stop acting like you do.
I don't need to know much to see the obvious. It's written all over you. But the reality is, Sam quit being a doctor, threw himself into gambling, and became a full-blown failure. It's time for you to accept that.
I refuse to believe that. My Sam is a smart, talented, and a good man. He's an honest, upstanding person, and his patients all admire and respect him. He's a doctor.
Then why isn't he answering your calls? Why is he avoiding contact with his own mother?
How would I know? He's probably just asleep, that's all.
Sleeping in the middle of the day? It's a weekday after all. Shouldn't a doctor be working?
He's probably at the hospital, obviously. Maybe he's in the middle of performing surgery or something. Surgeries can take hours, you know. That's probably why he's not picking up the phone. He's probably doing one of those complex procedures, like heart surgery. Maybe one of those bypass operations or something like that. Yes, that's it. He must be in surgery right now, saving someone's life.
Is that so? Well, let's hope that's the case. Though, for the record, Sam isn't a surgeon.
Whatever. The point is, there's absolutely no truth to your absurd claims about Sam being buried in debt. You're just jealous because you're poor. You really need to stop being so envious of us and our success.
If you say so, but I think it's time I show you some proof. How about I send you the messages I exchanged with Sam? You'll see for yourself what's really going on.
No way. This is fake. That can't be real. That's not Sam.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. It is definitely Sam. This was just a few days before he ran off in the middle of the night. By that point, he was so desperate that he even pawned the engagement ring. Can you imagine? Things were that bad. And in the midst of all that, you went and bought a $200,000 luxury car with his credit card. I'm not surprised he felt like running away after that.
No way. Sam doing something like this? I can't believe it. My son, of all people, could never be that kind of person. No.
Oh, what's the matter?
The debt collectors, they're pounding on the door demanding we bring Sam out. But he's not here. They won't stop banging. Rachel, where is Sam right now?
Who knows? I certainly don't.
Enough of this. You need to bring Sam back here now. He has to take responsibility for his actions. How could he do this, dragging me into a mess like this? He's an absolute disgrace of a son.
You're really quick to abandon him, aren't you? It seems like Sam was right all along. He told me, you know. He said that you only saw him as a status symbol. I guess he was telling the truth.
What? How dare you? Or maybe you should take responsibility. After all, you're the one who let him fall so low. It's partly your fault too, isn't it?
Well, you can say whatever you want, but if you're going to start talking about responsibility, then you should acknowledge that you have some responsibility in this too.
What? Me? I've done nothing but raise him the best way I could. If he decided to go down this wrong path, that's his fault, not mine. I bear no responsibility.
The fact that you can say that so calmly just proves how much you failed as a parent. But hey, why don't you hear it directly from him? I'll have him get in touch with you.
Wait, from him? You mean Sam? Yes! Contact him immediately. Why didn't you just do that from the start?
All right. Please hold on for a moment.
Mom, it's me, Sam.
Sam, what on earth is going on? Why are these people outside? Are they trying to collect something from us?
Yeah, I know they're out there. Just be careful. They can get really aggressive.
Sam, why are you talking like this is some sort of outside problem? This is your debt we're dealing with. You're the one who needs to pay it back. You can't just act like it's not your responsibility.
No, it's not just my debt. It's also your debt, Mom.
What do you mean by that?
Remember when you bought that $200,000 foreign car using my credit card? It was just a few days later that all this trouble started. You even signed the ownership documents for the car. I remember that clearly.
Yeah, I did sign it, but...
Did you actually read those documents?
I mean, I glanced at them, but...
I told you to read them carefully. I made that very clear.
Okay, but what does that matter? Why are you bringing up those documents now?
Mom, you are a co-signer on my debt. This means that if I fail to pay it back, you're also responsible for the payments.
Wait, what?
Since you went ahead and bought that $200,000 car without thinking twice, I figured you'd be okay with the idea of sharing the burden of the debt. After all, you were the one that made that purchase.
Hold on, are you saying that you tricked me into this? You deceived me?
I didn't trick you! I told you to read the documents, so it's not my fault if you chose to ignore that advice. Why didn't you read them?
Why would I read a document like that? It's ridiculous. No one reads those things. And the idea of being a co-signer, that's just absurd. I will absolutely not pay any of this debt.
Listen, I'm taking responsibility for my share of the debt, so you need to pay back the $200,000 yourself. That seems fair to me, don't you think?
No way. Why should I have to pay for your mistakes? This has nothing to do with me. I refuse to pay.
If you don't agree to this, then I will have no choice but to sue you.
Sue me? Are you serious right now?
Absolutely! I will sue you for credit card fraud. You used my card without my knowledge or consent, and that puts you in a very serious situation.
Oh my God, this can't be happening. My son, of all people, is resorting to such desperate measures.
Yes, this is your son doing what he has to do. You treated me like an accessory, like a trophy to show off. You wanted to brag about having a doctor for a son, but what's it worth if I'm just a failure now? This attitude, Mom, it reflects on both of us. We're definitely related.
Don't you dare compare me to you. I'm from an elite family. I'm wealthy and successful.
Mom, that's really pathetic. You need to stop bragging about your relatives and start focusing on your own achievements instead.
Shut up. How dare you speak to me that way?
Let's face the facts together. You need to pay back the $200,000, and I'll take care of my own debts. I'll communicate that clearly to the debt collectors, too.
$200,000? There's no way I can afford that. Please, just find some way out of this mess.
You've already exhausted Dad's inheritance. You should have thought ahead. And if you don't, this is the consequence you face. Honestly, it's not my place to say it, but someone had to tell you.
No, I can't handle $200,000 in debt. It's far too much to deal with.
Then I guess it's time to cut off contact. We'll both be better off separated.
Wait, you can't just leave me like this.
I see. So you hurried to return the car and ended up getting into a serious accident, breaking your leg in the process? Now you're looking at a month of recovery, and the car was completely totaled, rendered a total loss.
Please, help me.
Well, that's really the only way to put it, isn't it? But let's be clear, this situation is a result of your own actions. You'll have to figure out how to deal with this yourself.
Don't say something so cold. You must have enough income to support Sam, right?
I'm barely getting by. He managed to earn a measly $300 a month from his reselling side hustle, which was helpful. But my income is below average, so I can't provide you with any financial assistance.
But paying back $200,000 in debt in this state is absolutely impossible. The car is destroyed, and my assets are gone. I can't live like this. Every day the debt collectors come knocking, and my only son has vanished. How am I supposed to keep going?
It's all right. Sam will come back here soon enough.
What do you mean by that?
I contacted Sam and introduced him to Chris, the debt collector. I decided that Sam couldn't get away without facing this, and they both might get some legitimate job opportunities. So, let's work together to pay off this debt, all right?
Wait, are you saying you sold us out to the debt collector?
Well, it's a reasonable demand to ask for the money that was lent. You both signed those documents, so it's all in writing.
And jobs? They're probably some shady work, right? I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want to work.
You're not a child anymore. Haven't you enjoyed living off other people's money for long enough? Maybe it's time you learned what it's like to earn your own.
How irresponsible of you.
I hear the work can be quite physically demanding, so I hope you give it your all.
You traitor, supporting the debt collector like this.
Traitor? That's quite an accusation coming from someone like you. I don't want to hear that from a thief.
How can you call me a thief? You know that I've always provided for my family. I didn't choose the situation, it just happened. And now you turn your back on me?
Providing for your family? Is that how you see it? By buying a car worth $200,000 on someone else's credit card? You've been living in denial. How long did you think you could keep this up?
You don't understand. I had to show off. I had to maintain appearances. It's what everyone expects of me.
And look where that has landed you, on the brink of bankruptcy and facing daily harassment from debt collectors. Is it worth it? Was the status worth ruining your life over?
Maybe you don't realize this, but the pressure I faced was immense. I had to keep up the facade, and now it's all coming crashing down. Do you have any idea what's that like?
I do understand. You put yourself in this position. You're the one who prioritized appearance over reality, and now the consequences are here to stay.
Then what am I supposed to do? I can't just roll over and accept this fate. I refuse to let it end like this.
You have no choice. Accept your reality and start taking responsibility. It's time to grow up and face the music. You can't keep running away from the truth.
Grow up? Easy for you to say. You're not the one who's going to be dealing with this. You're not the one facing the debt collectors every day.
No, I'm not, but I'm here to help you face it. I may not be able to fix everything, but you'll have to take some steps yourself. Start by accepting the reality of the situation.
Accept it? How can I accept that I'm drowning in debt with no way out? That my son has abandoned me?
Sam has not abandoned you. He's trying to navigate this mess just like you. He might need some time to figure things out, but he'll be back. In the meantime, you need to make changes.
I don't know how. What can I possibly do to make things right? It feels hopeless.
You can start by taking that job. It might not be ideal, but it's a step towards regaining control over your life. You have to fight back or you'll lose everything.
How can you be so sure that this will work? What if it all goes wrong?
Nothing in life is certain, but you have to try. You can't just sit here wallowing in self-pity while your situation worsens. It's time to act.
Fine, I'll consider it, but I'm not promising anything. I can't just throw myself into something without knowing what it entails.
That's fair. Just remember, if you don't take any action, you'll end up with nothing left. No son, no money, no dignity. Think about it. Danielle found herself trapped in a grim situation, having fallen into a veritable hell of debt that totaled an astonishing $200,000. It was a burden so immense that it must have felt like a weight pressing down on her very soul. After her discharge from the hospital, Danielle, alongside her son Sam, was sent to a workplace that had been arranged by a loan shark. This wasn't just any job. It was a grim lifeline thrown to them by someone who saw them as mere pawns in a cruel game. The workplace to which they were dispatched was a factory characterized by relentless, grueling physical labor that seemed designed to drain every ounce of energy from its workers. The air was thick with the sounds of machinery, clanging metal, and the murmurs of fellow laborers who shared in their plight. Each day, Danielle and Sam trudged through their tasks, their faces etched with expressions that reflected their deep despair and hopelessness. They were caught in a cycle that felt inescapable, working under conditions that seemed intended to break their spirits. It was a punishing environment that offered little to no respite, making it clear that they were trapped in a nightmarish reality. The nature of their work was harsh and unforgiving. They were forced to labor long hours, often in extreme conditions, pushing their bodies to the limit. As they faced this grueling routine day in and day out, one couldn't help but wonder when, or even if, they would ever be able to repay such a staggering amount of debt. It felt like an insurmountable mountain looming over them, casting a long shadow that made the prospect of financial freedom seem almost laughably distant. The thought of the looming debt felt overwhelming, and it was hard to believe that they would ever see the light at the end of the tunnel. Each passing day served as a painful reminder of their circumstances, making it clear that the path to recovery was fraught with challenges. It was a cruel twist of fate that left them both grappling with the harsh realities of their situation. Danielle, in particular, must have been consumed by thoughts of how she would ever manage to climb out of the debt pit that threatened to swallow her whole. The weight of the financial burden must have been suffocating, casting a shadow over their every waking moment. It felt as if they were living in a dark tunnel, with no visible exit, and every attempt to escape was met with a new obstacle. In the midst of this struggle, a glimmer of fortune would eventually shine upon Sam. Fast forward a few years, and Sam hit the jackpot with horse racing, an unexpected turn of events that allowed him to pay off his debts all at once. It was as if luck had finally smiled upon him after all the hardship he had endured. With this newfound financial freedom, Sam decided to leave the factory behind, breaking free from the shackles of his previous life. It must have been a surreal experience for him, going through from the depths of despair to the heights of freedom in such a short time. It's almost amusing, in a way, how some people seem to have an uncanny knack for good luck, while others, like Danielle, are left to wallow in their despair. It feels almost like fate has a sense of humor, where one person's misfortune is another windfall. Sam, who had always had a streak of bad luck, suddenly found himself on the winning side of life, while Danielle remained trapped in the depths of her despair. The disparity between their outcomes must have been a bitter pill for Danielle to swallow. While one person was celebrating newfound freedom and prosperity, Danielle was left grappling with the remnants of her shattered dreams and unrelenting debt. During this tumultuous time, Danielle reached out for help, desperately calling out for someone to stay by her side. She was scared and overwhelmed, feeling as if she was drowning in a sea of loneliness and debt. She must have felt a surge of panic and desperation as she realized the depth of her situation. However, Sam, who had been his companion through thick and thin, made the heart-wrenching decision to sever ties with Danielle. He felt it was necessary to cut off the connection, especially since Danielle was only viewed him as a status symbol, failing to acknowledge his humanity or struggles. The choice must have weighed heavily on Sam's conscience. While he achieved his freedom and newfound fortune, it came at the cost of abandoning his mother who had stood by him during difficult times. The dynamics of their relationship changed drastically, and one couldn't help but feel a sense of loss and betrayal. Sam's decision to leave Danielle behind speaks to the complexities of friendship and loyalty, especially in times of crisis. The bond they had shared now lay in ruins, torn apart by the harsh realities of life and the choices they had made. As Danielle sat in the silence of her own thoughts, one could only imagine the tumult of emotions swirling within her. What must she have felt as she grappled with the reality of being left behind? Was she angry at Sam for abandoning her? Or was she simply heartbroken? It's a painful situation that forces one to control not just their own failures, but also the failures of those around them. Danielle may have been left to fend for herself, but it was clear that the emotional scars would linger for a long time. The sense of betrayal must have been profound, leaving Danielle to ponder the true nature of friendship and loyalty. In her darkest moments, she may have questioned everything she thought she knew about the bonds they had formed. The loneliness that enveloped them must have been suffocating as she confronted the reality of her isolation. Now, as she navigates through life on her own, Danielle's feelings must be a mixed bag of anger, betrayal, and perhaps a sense of longing for the companionship she once had. The weight of loneliness must feel heavier than any financial burden she faced. It's easy to imagine her reflecting on the good times they shared, wondering if things could have been different had circumstances played out another way. Meanwhile, my own life couldn't be more different. I am currently relishing the joys of living alone, a stark contrast to Danielle's plight. The tranquility of solitude allows me to savor the freedom that comes with it. Every day, I experience the happiness of spending my hard-earned money solely for my own enjoyment and comfort. I can choose how to decorate my space, what to eat, and how to spend my time without having to consider anyone else's needs or desires. This autonomy brings me immense satisfaction. Living alone means that I have the luxury of crafting my own environment. I can surround myself with the things that bring me joy and comfort. Whether it's a cozy reading nook, a kitchen filled with my favorite snacks, or a living room decorated to reflect my personal style. Every detail is a reflection of my choices. The independence I enjoy is liberating, allowing me to create a space that feels uniquely mine. There's a profound joy in knowing that I am responsible for my own happiness and that I can curate my life to reflect my personal taste and interest. Whether it's indulging in a hobby, treating myself to a nice meal, or simply enjoying the peace and quiet of my home, every moment is a testament to my independence. I can choose to spend my evenings curled up with a good book, binge watching a favorite show, or pursuing creative projects without interruptions. Each day feels like a new opportunity to explore and enjoy life on my terms, free from the chaos that often accompanies shared living situations. Of course, I understand that living alone can come with its own set of challenges. There are moments of loneliness and times when I wish I had someone to share experiences with. However, these feelings are fleeting, and they don't overshadow the overall joy I feel in my day-to-day life. I am grateful for the ability to focus on myself and grow as an individual without the distractions or responsibilities that come with living with others. The freedom to make choices that align with my desires is a source of immense happiness. In contrast to Danielle's situation, where financial worries loom large and relationships have soured, my life is characterized by a sense of fulfillment and contentment. I can take pleasure in the little things, a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a good book, or a quiet evening spent watching my favorite shows. Each day feels like a chance to embrace life's simple pleasures and cultivate a sense of joy. The ability to enjoy my own company has enriched my life in ways I never expected. In reflecting on both Danielle's plight and my own, it becomes clear that life can take many different paths. While Danielle is ensnared in a web of debt and betrayal, I am reveling in the freedom of solitude. The contrast between our experiences highlights the unpredictable nature of life and the different outcomes that can result from the choices we make and the circumstances we find ourselves in. It's a reminder that life's journey is rarely straightforward, and the paths we choose can lead us to vastly different destinations. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
What are you going to do? Please make a decision already. I can't wait around forever, you know.
Well, I've told you repeatedly, haven't I? I'm not joining that Manda gang or whatever it is.
Every single parent at this kindergarten is part of it. If you choose not to join, it means you're turning everyone around you into enemies. Are you sure you're okay with that?
How much does it cost again?
The entrance fee is $500. Then there's an annual fee of $300 every year. So what do you think? If you consider it as a way to protect yourself from danger, isn't it a reasonable price?
No, that's outrageously expensive. And what exactly is this danger you're talking about? The most dangerous thing at this kindergarten is definitely you.
Oh, really? But complimenting me like that doesn't help your case, you know.
I'm not complimenting you.
So, what are you going to do? Hurry up and decide already. I can't keep wasting my time on just you. My time is valuable.
Look, I've said this multiple times, haven't I? I'm not joining the Manda gang.
Oh, really? Are you sure you won't regret this? You never know what kind of dangers lurk around in this kindergarten. I think it would be wise to have someone like me, part of the gang, on your side.
Gang? You're part of a gang?
Of course! My name is Manda, isn't it? It's obvious I'm either a spy or a gang member.
I think you're being a bit prejudiced here. Besides, if you're part of a gang, that makes you an even more dangerous presence.
That's exactly why you should have me as your ally. But if you refuse, that's your choice. Fine, I won't ask you again. However, just know that I won't be responsible for what happens next.
You're literally demanding bodyguard fees. That's classic gang behavior. Regardless of whether you're in a gang or not, I'm not joining the Manda gang.
Okay, so you're saying you're fine with whatever dangerous things happen? Just make sure you're careful out there. Just think about what could happen if you turn me into an enemy.
Seriously, what are you talking about? I can't believe you're using this scare tactic on me.
I'm just trying to look out for you. You might think you're fine on your own, but trust me, being alone isn't always safe, especially in a place like this. You'll never know who you might encounter or what could happen at the kindergarten when you least expect it.
You really have a flair for the dramatic, don't you? It's just a kindergarten, not a battlefield. Besides, do you really think the other parents are that terrifying? I mean, they're just parents like me, trying to do their best.
Oh, that's where you're wrong. This is not just any kindergarten. The dynamics here are complex, and the other parents can be quite territorial. Not being part of the group means you might miss out on an important information, or even face unwarranted hostility.
So you're saying I have to pay money to keep myself in the loop and avoid being ostracized? That sounds ridiculous. Why should I have to pay to feel safe among parents?
Because that's how things work in this community. If you want to be a part of it, you have to follow the rules. And trust me, it's better to have allies than to go it alone. You'll find it more beneficial in the long run.
Why do I get the feeling this is just a way for you to get some money? It feels like you're just using the concept of danger as a way to manipulate me into joining.
Maybe you're right. Or maybe I'm genuinely looking out for you. Either way, it's up to you. Just think carefully about your decision. Once you're out, there's no coming back. You'll be left to fend for yourself, and who knows what that entails.
Honestly, you're making this all sound so much worse than it is. Maybe I just need to trust my instincts and go with my gut feeling, rather than letting you frighten me into joining your little group.
Go ahead, trust your instincts. Just know that I warned you. It's not me who will suffer the consequences if you decide to remain an outsider.
Is that a threat? Because it sounds like one. You're coming off as pretty intimidating right now, you know.
I'm just stating facts. You have to understand the reality of the situation. It's better to be prepared than to find out too late. Keep your friends close and keep your potential enemies even closer, right?
I really don't like this conversation. I can't believe I'm being pushed into a corner like this. What happened to having a choice?
Well, choices come with consequences. Just remember that.
So, for a while now, those cheap harassments have been continuing. Hey, don't you think we need to make that idiot understand what's going on?
I absolutely knew you were going to say that. Listen, I'm not the same person I used to be.
What are you talking about? People don't change that easily. You're still the same local gang leader who absolutely hates anything crooked. It's legendary that you've never lost a fight to a guy.
That's all in the past. And for the love of everything, you should just forget about it already. You're the only one in this town who knows about that.
I'm proud of you. As your brother, you've been my hero since the day you took down those bullies who were picking on me.
Look, that was a long time ago. You don't have to keep worrying about it. Besides, that made you turn into a delinquent too. Anyway, I don't want any danger to come to Millie, so I'm not going to do anything.
But you're being harassed, right? Are you just gonna let it happen?
It's just whispers behind my back and some intentional shoulder bumps here and there. I can handle it if I just put up with it.
How weak is the legendary gang leader now?
Because they say they're from the gang. It would be troublesome to turn them into enemies, right?
No way, that's obviously just a bluff. You don't really believe that, do you?
I know it's a bluff.
And come on, you're not the kind of person who gets scared of a gang, right?
Anyway, I don't want to stand out anymore. I want to sever ties with my past and promote anti-violence.
What a shame. If you ever decide to get back at them, let me know. I'll help you with anything.
You just want to see me get into trouble, don't you?
Of course! I don't want to see you as some toothless tiger.
Right now, my daughter is the most important thing to me. I don't want to create unnecessary problems for Millie. You understand, right?
Well, if you put it that way, I can't say anything. But if you ever decide to retaliate, as long as it doesn't put Millie in harm's way, let me know. I'll help with whatever you need.
You're unbelievable.
Just think about it. You've dealt with those bullies before. You've got this. We're family, and family looks out for each other, right?
Look, that was different. I had a reason back then. Now it's about being a responsible adult and setting a good example for Millie. I can't let her see me fighting or getting involved in gang matters.
Come on, being responsible doesn't mean you can't stand up for yourself. You don't want her to think that she should just accept bullying, do you? That she should be passive?
I'm trying to teach her that there are better ways to handle conflicts without resorting to violence. I want her to be strong in her own way, not through aggression.
Strength can come in many forms. Sometimes standing your ground is the most important thing. If you let them walk all over you, what kind of message does that send to Millie?
Maybe, but I still think there are more peaceful solutions. I'm not going to let my past define me or my future. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? You're the one who's in the way. Don't stand right in front of me like that.
I was holding hands with my child over here. How could you reach out and touch me like that? What were you thinking?
Shut up. I don't care about your whining. You're just a nuisance, old lady. Don't underestimate the gang.
You're an old lady too, you know. And what does it matter that you're in a gang?
Ha! Who do you think you are talking back to me like that? I kicked you out because you were in my way without asking for permission. If you've got a problem with me, the gang member, why don't you say it to my face?
You scum. I'll crush you.
What did you just say?
You almost hurt Millie. This has crossed the line. I won't forgive you for this.
What's with you? Do you think I'll get scared because you're acting tough? I'm in a gang, you know. Is that how you want to rebel against me?
Well then, how about we settle this one-on-one later? After the graduation ceremony, come behind the toilet. Got it? Of course you'll come along. We'll talk it out there.
Behind the toilet?
Are you maybe scared? A person who claims to be in a gang, afraid to come alone?
Ha! I'm not scared at all. Fine, I'll go. I'll make sure you understand just how scary I can be.
I'll be waiting. Amanda, it's terrible that you hit me with a wooden plank from behind. Can't you face me head on?
Ha! I don't know about that. Don't put the blame on me.
What?
Did you even see what the person who attacked you from behind looked like? You didn't, did you? So how could you know who did it?
Are you seriously underestimating me right now? I was trying to keep my cool and resolve this through conversation, but now I really don't care what happens next. Got it?
So what's going to happen? Besides going against me means you're going against the gang. If you're okay with that, then go ahead.
Then why don't you bring your gang with you? Since you have the gang backing you up, hurry up and bring them here.
What? Are you really okay with that? You won't get off easy.
So hurry up and bring them. I'm curious to see what kind of people will come.
No. This will turn into a big deal, so I'll let it slide. Forget it. This conversation is over.
Who said it's over? Bring your gang here now. If you don't, I'll crush you. What are you going to do?
What? I said I'm not calling them. It feels ridiculous to call them out for something like this.
Are you trying to say that you were lying about having a gang?
Huh? It's not a lie. If push comes to shove, I can bring a whole crowd to attack you.
Oh, really? A gang that can only sneak up on someone from behind? That's pretty pathetic.
Again, I'm saying it wasn't me. It must have been some suspicious person who showed up. If you joined the Manda gang, I could have protected you.
Here, watch this video.
Huh? What is this?
This is a video of you hitting me from behind with a wooden plank. It clearly shows your face, so this is undeniable proof.
What? No, this is...
It's pointless to come up with excuses now. With this, you're officially a criminal.
Wait a minute, who recorded this video?
That doesn't matter. Now, I could take this video straight to the police, but I'd like to know what you want to do.
No. Please, wait.
You don't want me to do that? Of course you wouldn't. So I need you to promise to listen to what I say from now on.
Hold on. Is that a threat?
Yes, it's a threat. If you don't do as I say, I'll make sure you regret it. After all, if you put my daughter in danger and then hit me from behind, it's only natural that this would be the consequence.
This is just... I never meant to put your daughter in danger.
Well, it looks like you did. You have to understand that actions have consequences. You might think you can get away with this, but I'm not going to let you.
But I didn't know it would go this far.
That's the problem. You acted without thinking, and now you've put yourself in a terrible situation. You think this is a joke? It's serious.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to.
Sorry, won't cut it now. You have a chance to make things right, but you need to cooperate with me. No more games. Are you going to listen or not?
Okay, I promise I'll listen. Just don't show that video to anyone, please.
Then we have an understanding. If you try to pull something like this again, I won't hesitate to use this evidence against you. You better watch your back. I'm keeping a close watch on you. If you do anything unnecessary, that video will be released to the public.
I understand. I'm just walking quietly.
I want you to return all the money you've collected from everyone under the guise of membership fees and annual dues. Until that's done, I won't take my eyes off you.
I get it. I'll do as you say. I just need to visit each house one by one, right? But how did it come to this?
If you have time to complain, then hurry up and go.
Yeah, I understand. But if I have to return the full amount to everyone, I'm going to go bankrupt.
You're part of a gang, right? Don't you have money?
Well, not all gangs are necessarily rich, but I'll try to pay back as much as I can. But returning the full amount to everyone is...
Then go into debt to get the money. If you don't pay everyone back in full, that video will be out there for everyone to see.
No way! Going into debt like that. If I did that, my family would be ruined.
What about the families of the mothers you've been extorting for money? You've ignored their suffering.
But they joined the Manda gang of their own free will. I didn't extort money from them.
You're talking about that while brandishing the gang? Just get on with it already.
But I have to prepare the money first.
I see. So you're stalling for time. Are you waiting for someone to come to your rescue?
It's too late for that. I've already called my friends. They're part of the gang. They're ready to make an example out of you. We're about to raid your house. If you don't want that, you better delete that video and apologize to me.
I don't care. Let's just get started on the refunds.
What? You don't care? Your family is in that house, isn't it? You must have your daughter there too.
If you want to raid, go ahead. That's up to you. If you're trying to waste my time this much, I guess I'll have to spread that video after all.
No, wait, I get it. I'll go refund everyone. Just know that you're okay with whatever happens to your family.
I don't want anything to happen to them. But if you want to raid, I won't stop you. Just know that you're prepared for that, right?
Huh? Oh no, I mean, I'm ready. I am, after all, part of a gang. That's nothing to me.
Then go ahead and give the order for the raid. Either way, you're still going to have to refund the other mothers.
Ha! Let's see how long you can keep that up. I just gave the order for the raid. Your family is finished now.
Are you all right? Did you get a response from them?
What? No, not yet. But they should be ready to move at any moment, so they'll respond quickly.
You might want to call them.
Yeah, I want to see the look of suffering on your family's faces as soon as possible. So I'll make the call and give them instructions. Just wait a moment. What on earth is going on? When I called, I was told that the attackers had been wiped out and that everyone had been sent to the hospital.
I anticipated something like this might happen, so my brother has been guarding our home. I'm glad to hear that. You didn't lose your life. People who would go so far as to harm a family member could have dealt with my brother in ways you can't even imagine.
Wait.
Now finally, I can resume my rounds of apologies. You can't buy yourself more time anymore, right?
I can't believe this.
You tried to secretly ask Helga for help? I heard you handed her a note explaining the situation.
What? Why?
It seems that once she understood the circumstances, she decided to side with me.
Why? She was my right-hand person.
Well, that's how much you're disliked. You need to properly apologize and make amends for what you've done.
No way. But I don't have any money left.
If you can't return anymore, then you'll have to borrow some from a friend of mine who lends money. I'll take you there right now.
I don't want to borrow money.
If you're saying you can't pay back anymore, then borrowing is your only option. Don't worry. I'll make sure the collection process is gentle.
I don't want to deal with a loan shark connected to you. And besides, I'm in a gang, remember? Do you really think I can just get away with this?
You're not in a gang. It's pretty obvious.
What? Of course! I am part of a gang. Just earlier, I was able to hire those attackers.
Those were just hired thugs, and my brother got the information from them.
Damn it! No, but those guys will go to the police. If that happens, your brother will be arrested for assault.
The police will certainly be interested in those who attempted to raid a private residence. And they'll also be looking for whoever was giving them orders.
Damn! What is wrong with you, really?
By the way, my brother also looked into your background. Not only are you not in a gang, but your name isn't Manda, it's Mandy.
Huh?
So you thought up a gang-like name and went by Manda? Honestly, how pathetic can you be? Though I don't think Manda sounds particularly gang-like either.
Please, I'm begging you, don't tell anyone.
If you don't want me to tell anyone, then please go ahead and borrow from my moneylender. For making your rounds of apologies, you'll probably need about $20,000 in cash, right? The interest rates will be a bit high, but it's not an amount you can't pay back.
I can't take this anymore.
So, is your apology tour finally over? I bet everyone received you with smiles, pleased to get some money back. You must have a clear understanding now of just how much you've been disliked.
Hey, it's done now, right? Can you just delete that video, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that video has already been spread far and wide.
What?
What I'm saying is, it doesn't really matter now if you try to delete it. I sent it to your husband too, so you're in for quite a ride from now on.
Wait a minute, that's not what we agreed on. What on earth are you doing? I did my part by apologizing and returning the money.
But you were the one who called in thugs and sought help from Helga halfway through. You broke the agreement too. Well, to be fair, I plan to spread that video regardless of whether you kept your promise.
So from the start?
That's right. From now on, you're in the position of the defendant and I'm the plaintiff. Get ready because I'm going to squeeze you for all the damages I can. All those moms from the kindergarten are also demanding compensation. Things are about to get a lot tougher for you, but I hope you don't get discouraged.
This is it. My life is over.
Yeah, I think so too. Your life is over. This is what happens when you make an enemy out of me.
You know, it's pretty wild how quickly things escalated. One moment you thought you could manipulate the situation, and now look at where you are, on the brink of losing everything. I wonder if you truly grasp the depth of your predicament.
I mean, you went around thinking that you could treat people however you wanted, assuming they would just accept it. But no one was okay with your actions, especially not after everything you've done. This isn't just about money, it's about respect, and clearly you've lost that in spades. Do you even realize how many people you've hurt? It's not just the moms you owe money to, it's the relationships you've damaged and the trust you've shattered. This is going to haunt you, and you can't just wish it away. I don't think you fully understand what I'm capable of when it comes to fighting back. You assumed you could push me around, but I've got my resources too. You might have been the big shot, but in reality, you're just a small fry with big dreams of grandeur. You've dug your own grave, and now you have to lie in it. You could have avoided this by playing nice, but you chose the hard way. It's sad, really. I almost feel pity for you. But then again, you've brought this on yourself. So, are you prepared for the storm that's coming? Because it's going to be relentless. There's no backing out now. You've crossed too many lines. Your pleas and your cries will fall on deaf ears. No one is going to come to your rescue because you've burned too many bridges.
Anna, I have to say, revenge really is fun. I was genuinely thrilled when I got your message saying you were gonna get back at them.
I just couldn't let it slide. And I owe a big thanks to Dexter, too. He really helped us fend off those guys.
Honestly, what difference does it make how many of those pathetic thugs there were? It's all the same to me. But seriously, is that really all you plan to do?
Is that all?
Yeah, I mean, those thugs and that self-proclaimed gang member who calls himself Manda, don't you think that's a bit too mild for you? I expected more from you. Remember the last time you had them all tied up with ropes and tossed them in the river?
Okay, enough with the old stories. What I did this time was still quite a significant act of revenge in the eyes of the public.
But it just feels a little underwhelming for someone like you.
However, I want to say this. As your sister, I'm really proud of how far you've come.
What? Of course, you've done an amazing job. You filmed Manda getting punched, you beat up those thugs, and you even exposed that Manda was using a fake name.
Oh, well, that's how you see it? I was expecting a more touching sentiment.
Sure, I didn't have much screen time in this whole ordeal, but this act of revenge wouldn't have happened without my support. So if you ever have someone you want to get back at in the future, you better count on me to help you out. It's not just about the revenge itself, but the way you've pulled everything together. You've really shown everyone that you won't be messed with, and that's something to be proud of. Not only did you take a stand for yourself, but you also made it clear that no one should underestimate you. Remember, it's not just about striking back, it's about sending a message. The way you handled those thugs and put Manda in their place shows you've got grit. You didn't just roll over and take it. You fought back in a way that would make anyone think twice before crossing you again. So, when you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, it's about more than just the little victories here and there. It's about establishing your reputation and showing people that you're someone who stands up for what's right. It's about empowering yourself and those around you.
Manda, or rather, Mandy, found herself in a precarious situation when she was collectively sued by the mothers at her son's kindergarten. This group of parents came together to file a lawsuit against her, claiming that her actions had somehow harmed their children, leading to significant emotional distress and other repercussions. The situation escalated quickly, and it forced her into a dire financial situation that she could hardly afford. The lawsuit turned into a public spectacle, attracting attention and gossip that permeated the community. As the legal battle unfolded, it became evident that Mandy's life was spiraling out of control. The immense stress, compounded by public scrutiny, took a toll on her marriage. Understandably, her husband reached a breaking point. He could no longer tolerate the chaos surrounding them. He packed his belongings and left, initiating a divorce that only added to Mandy's already tumultuous life. The split was not amicable, with anger and resentment festering between them. Each party had their reasons for the breakdown of their relationship, but in the end, it was Mandy who lost the most in this painful process. With the divorce finalized, the custody battle over their son became an unfortunate reality. Despite her tireless efforts to prove that she could provide a stable and nurturing environment for her child, Mandy ultimately lost custody to her ex-husband. This decision shattered her heart and left her feeling completely alone in the world. She found herself living in a small, rundown apartment, struggling to make ends meet and grappling with the overwhelming loneliness that now filled her life. The once bright and lively home she had envisioned for herself and her son was replaced with the stark reality of her situation. The dismal surroundings of her new living arrangement served as a constant reminder of how far she had fallen. To add insult to injury, Mandy's financial troubles didn't stop with the lawsuit and the divorce. She was already burdened with debt, but as time went on, the interest on her loans continued to pile up, making it increasingly difficult for her to escape the cycle of financial despair. The bills kept coming, and with each passing day, her situation seemed to grow more dire. The weight of her financial obligations felt suffocating, and she often found herself lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling and wondering how she would ever regain control over her life. Meanwhile, on the internet, things were not looking up for Mandy either. A video that had been posted during the height of her controversy went viral, spreading like wildfire across various social media platforms. People began to share and comment on it, fueling a public outcry that seemed never-ending. The situation escalated into a full-blown scandal, with online trolls mocking her and spreading rumors that added to her humiliation. It felt as though the entire world was watching her downfall, and she felt completely exposed and vulnerable. Each notification on her phone brought a fresh wave of negativity that she could hardly bear. I often reflect on the extent of the revenge I took against those who had wronged me, and while I acknowledge that it was quite severe, there's still this nagging feeling, and perhaps it wasn't enough. Dexter, on the other hand, has been relentless in his judgment, insisting that my actions were soft and lacked the intensity necessary to truly make a point. This raises the question of what exactly would satisfy him. What level of retribution would he consider sufficient? It's a perplexing thought that lingers in my mind, causing me to wonder if I should have done more or approached the situation differently. Looking back on my life during these tumultuous times, I can't help but reflect on how I must have appeared to others. Perhaps they viewed me as some sort of monstrous figure, someone who was completely out of control and wreaking havoc wherever I went. I never intended for things to spiral to such an extent, nor did I ever want to hurt anyone. In my mind, I was simply reacting to the overwhelming circumstances that surrounded me. I was a mother fighting to protect my child and myself, not some villain in a story meant to entertain. I remember the days when I would go to the kindergarten to pick up my son, and the stares I received from the other mothers were piercing. It was as if they could sense the turmoil brewing beneath the surface of my life. Some would whisper behind my back, and I could only imagine the awful things they were saying. Others would simply avoid me altogether, pretending I didn't exist. It felt as though the entire community had turned against me, and that sense of isolation only deepened my struggles. Despite the overwhelming feelings of despair, I still tried to put on a brave face. I would often wear a smile, pretending that everything was okay, even when I felt like I was crumbling inside. It was exhausting to maintain that facade, but I believed it was necessary to protect my son from the harsh reality of our situation. I wanted him to feel safe and secure, even if everything around us was falling apart. In my heart, I knew that I had made mistakes, but I also believed that I had the right to defend myself and my family. The line between right and wrong became blurred, and I found myself questioning my own moral compass. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, I wondered how I would ever regain a sense of normalcy in my life. Would I ever be able to rise above the shame and humiliation that seemed to follow me like a dark cloud? The memories of happier times with my son haunted me relentlessly. I thought of the playful moments we had shared, the laughter that filled our home, and the dreams I had for our future together. Now those dreams felt like a distant memory, overshadowed by the reality of my situation. I missed the little things like bedtime stories and cooking meals together. Those were moments that had brought us joy and comfort, and they seemed so far out of reach now. As I navigated this challenging phase of my life, I began to search for ways to cope with the overwhelming sadness and loneliness. I sought support from friends and family, though many were hesitant to approach the subject, unsure of how to help. I appreciated their concern, but often felt more isolated than ever. It was a paradox. I longed for companionship, but was afraid of the judgment that might come with it. The very thought of opening up to others about my struggles filled me with dread. I found solace in journaling, pouring my thoughts onto the pages as a way to process my emotions. Writing became my refuge, a safe space where I could express my fears, frustrations, and hopes without fear of judgment. Through my writing, I began to understand my feelings more deeply, allowing me to confront the pain head-on rather than suppressing it. The act of putting pen to paper helped me untangle the mess of emotions that swirled within me, providing clarity and a sense of release. Additionally, I sought out online communities of others who had faced similar challenges. While the internet had played a significant role in my downfall, it also became a source of support. I discovered forums and groups where people shared their stories of overcoming adversity. Reading their experiences gave me hope and reminded me that I was not alone in my struggles. There was a certain comfort in knowing that others had faced similar demons and emerged stronger on the other side. As the months passed, I started to rebuild my life piece by piece. I focused on finding a job that would allow me to regain some independence and provide for myself. It was a daunting task, but I knew it was necessary for my well-being. I took every opportunity that came my way, even if it meant stepping out of my comfort zone. I was determined to prove myself that I could overcome the obstacles that had been thrown in my path. Through hard work and determination, I began to find my footing again. I learned to embrace the small victories, celebrating each step forward as a testament to my resilience. Every job interview, every dollar earned, and every moment spent with my son were milestones in my journey of recovery. While the scars of my past remained, I refused to let them define me. Instead, I chose to use my experiences as motivation to forge a brighter future for myself. The journey to healing was not linear. There were setbacks and moments of doubt along the way. Yet, with every challenge I faced, I grew stronger and more determined. I realized that it was possible to reclaim my narrative and reshape my identity. I was no longer just a victim of circumstance. I was a survivor, a warrior fighting for her future.
You useless good-for-nothing little parasite. Just how long are you going to be mooching of my family, huh? Don't you have any sense of shame at all of what you're doing, you stupid woman?
Molly, I do not know where any of this is coming from, but can you please not send me messages like this? I mean, I already have to deal with this enough from you at home. I don't need this kind of nonsense following me to work, where I am right now.
Oh, please, don't you talk to me about your work. You think you're so great just because you have a job? You don't even make that much. And on top of that, you always use it as an excuse to get out helping me keeping the house clean. You're just utterly useless.
Oh, it's actually not an excuse. I have a full-time job and sometimes I have to help you keep the house clean and other times I do not. Would you rather I quit my job so that I can be around the house all the time to help you?
What is that supposed to be? Some kind of threat or something? I already told you that you can't try and lord your name little job over me when you make such little money. When I was your age, I was working and keeping the house clean all by myself, and I never complained once about it. I just wish that you and Mike would finally get a divorce and save me from having to deal with such a terrible daughter-in-law yourself. I really have no idea what he sees in you or what he was thinking marrying you. Not only are you completely useless around the house, but you're also just fat and ugly, and I can't believe anyone would ever love you.
Well, I guess I'm sorry for being so far then, Molly, but I really don't think that you need to be saying any of this to me to get your point across. And just because you don't think that I'm doing enough doesn't mean that I'm doing plenty of things that you're just plain unaware of. So I really would appreciate it if you could just keep your rude comments to yourself and please stop treating me like this. I'm not asking you to praise me or say what a good job that you think I'm doing or anything like this. All that I am asking of you is that you keep all these mean comments and rude things to yourself and just let us get on with our lives.
Well, unfortunately for you, I have no intention of stopping any of what I'm saying. And why should I, when all I'm doing is telling the truth?
I really don't see why you have to insist on saying all this stuff, though. I mean, I am trying to be polite here and asking you to cut it out.
And just what makes you think that you're in a position to be telling me anything at all? Do you even know how much I dislike you? I have been at the limits of my patience ever since you and Mike got married, and I have pushed away beyond them for some time now. I will not be censored just by I'm hurting your feelings.
Molly! I really don't understand why you always have to try and take things so far. I am not trying to censor you or say what you are or are not allowed to say to me. I am just asking, for the good of the peace of the house, that you please stop doing this. I mean, I'm still not sure what I've done to you at all to deserve this.
You think that you can play all sweet and innocent just because my son and husband like you? But they don't know you like I do. They haven't seen the darkness inside. I know that you think you're better than all of us, and you're just laughing at my whole family behind our backs, aren't you?
I'm really doing nothing like that at all, and I'm really glad that your husband and I get along so well. If you're upset at me for trying to get along with my husband and father-in-law, then I really just don't know what to say to this. But I can tell you that I really do not appreciate the way that you're talking to me right now at all. If anyone is acting completely irrationally and being rude or putting people down, that it's you. Everyone else in this house gets along just fine.
And just what are you trying to say with that, huh? You think that I'm jealous of you or something like that? There's no way that I would be jealous of a fat, ugly, useless girl such as yourself. I'm not jealous of you or anything like that. I just really can't stand you one bit. Your smug face, your brown nose and attitude. How dare you try and cozy up to my family and leech off of our money when you're not even related to us? I can't stand a woman like you.
I know that we're not related by blood, but I am married to your son, and you are my mother-in-law. I don't really get why you are so upset with me living with you all when I work and contribute to everything. But instead, you just insist on insulting me and putting me down all of the time. It really doesn't make me feel good. Do you know that? But if you really think there's some problem with me or that I have some nefarious intentions with your family, then why come to me about it? Why not go and talk to your son or your husband and convince them instead? I think I know the reason, and I think it's because you know that you're the only one who feels like this.
You young women are all the same. You think you know so much better than the woman who came before you, just because you're young and pretty. Well, let me tell you something, young lady. One day you won't be so young. You're already not very pretty anyways. So you better just learn your place.
Okay, well, you keep saying that you're not jealous, but between how many times you're repeating how not jealous you are and that bit about youth, it's looking like jealousy to me. And I'm sorry, but I'm at work and I really don't have time to deal with someone's pretty little jealousy, so I think I'm going to go.
You really are just a horrible, disgusting, awful, useless little brat. Do you know that? I'm never ever going to let you get away with what you're doing to my family. Do you hear me?
That's fine, because I really don't think that I'm doing anything besides trying to be friends and a good member of the family.
I will make sure that you are run out of this house and that you never ever come back again. You're going to pay for what you've done. And I won't let you get away with this.
Molly, please calm down. You are just being ridiculous. I don't see what there is that is even worth getting so upset over. I really don't think that I'm doing anything to your family at all, and if you think I am, then you should go and talk to them about it. But quite frankly, I have no idea what you are talking about in the slightest. And all you are doing is being mean and saying scary things to me. So if this is all the conversation is going to be, then I think I'll just get back to doing my work.
You don't have to worry about coming home at all today, or ever again for that matter.
Hello, Molly. What on earth could you possibly be talking about today? I am sure that I'm going to regret even asking that.
As of this day, you and Mike are nothing to each other. I did what any good mother would do and stepped in to sign your divorce papers. Now they're already mailed off to be processed, and nothing you can do is going to stop this.
Hold on a second. You submitted divorce papers for Mike and I? By yourself? Without asking either of us first?
That's right, and now that you two aren't married anymore, I'm well within my rights to chase you out of this house forever. Finally, I can get rid of this awful parasite that is leeching off my family for so long.
Wait a second. So you really actually did that? You really forged divorce papers and then submitted them to the court? And now you're telling me that your son and I are going to be officially divorced?
I'm glad you understand so that I don't have to break it down for you any further, but that's right. And now that you and my son are split up, there is no reason at all for a little blood-sucking vampire like you to hang around here anymore. So why don't you just go and leave us alone forever? I haven't been this happy since I can't remember when. I've been wanting to do this for so long.
So I take it that you did this not knowing that I was actually paying for everything in this house and for everyone inside it then, right? Although, I suppose if you did know that and you were so upset with me that you didn't care about that at all and just wanted me out of the house that badly, that I can almost kind of respect.
Wait, what? What do you mean you were supporting everyone in the house? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? You think I'm really gonna fall for that? I knew from the very beginning that you never had anyone but your own interests. Don't you dare try and tell me that you were really doing everything for us. I know that you've always have been and always will be just a horrible, useless little leech, and that's why I broke you and Mike up.
Wow, so you really just have no idea what it is that you've just done to your family at all then? Do I understand that right? But okay, since you've already gone so far as to do this, I guess I'll just do as you say and go away. But don't say that I didn't try to warn you, Molly.
Oh, please. You do know that you're not fooling anyone with this little act of yours, don't you? I know that you were nothing but a burden to all of us, and that's why I got rid of you. I never liked you from the very beginning, and now I finally figured out a way to get rid of you once and for all.
Well, then thanks a lot for setting me free, I guess. I really do appreciate it.
You don't have to pretend so hard for me, Linda. I know that you're really destroyed inside. Don't act like you wanted this to happen, now that it's already too late.
There is no pretending going on whatsoever, Molly. I really am happy that this happened and that you did it for me. You have no idea just how grateful I really am to be putting all of this behind me. I thought I was going to be stuck in this situation forever. Anyways, I'm going to the courthouse now.
What are you going to the courthouse for? Are you going to try and tell them that those divorce papers are fake? It won't matter. They'll have already been processed them by now. Your marriage is over and there isn't a single thing that you can do about it.
You think I'm going to the courthouse to try and cancel a divorce request? No way! This is finally my chance to get out of this horrible situation. There's no way that I would sabotage myself by doing something like that.
Your chance? What are you talking about? I was the one who kicked you out. You shouldn't be happy about this. You should be furious. You're left with nothing. No family, no home, no anything. Just where are you going to sleep tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess I'll have to go and find a new place then, won't I? Well, anyways, good luck with everything on your end.
Me? Good luck? No. You good luck. I don't need good luck. I have my family around me, but you have nothing. Don't you get that? What is wrong with you? Are you really that stupid that you don't get what I've done to you?
Oh, I get it just fine, thank you. And thanks again so much for doing this for me. I really can't stress that enough.
I just got a letter of eviction in the mail. The letter said that all three of us were supposed to move out of the house as soon as possible. Not only that, but the letter was addressed from you. Is this supposed to be some kind of prank or something?
Sorry, what are you talking about? I didn't really care to read through all of that. You got some mail or something?
Don't you pretend like you don't know what this is about. You're the one who sent the letter, and I want to know what the big idea is.
Right, yeah, I sent you the letter and now you have to vacate the house. Is there something that you're not understanding about that? I think if you read the letter, it is all laid out for you in plain English. I didn't think that it would be such a hard concept for you to grasp. It's my house, so I'm kicking all of you out and selling it. It really is that simple. Do you understand now?
This has to be some kind of sick joke, right? You can't be serious about that. You don't own this home. It's ours. You can't just say that you own it, send some letter, and expect us to do whatever you say.
Well, it might have started off as your home, but it certainly isn't your house anymore. You remember how I said I was going to the courthouse, right? Well, that's because I needed to fill out some forms and correct the name on the deed of the house.
Correct the name on the deed? What did you do? What are you talking about?
I mean that the house might have been under your family name since I got it after Mike and I were married. But after we got divorced, I went through and applied to change my name back to my maiden one. And that included changing my name on everything from the house to the car title. It's all mine now. Well, it always was, but now there's not a doubt.
Hold on a second. Is that why you've been taking so long in returning our car to us?
Well, again, like I just said, it was never your car. It was always mine. I put the money down on it, and I've been the one making payments for it. All I did was revert everything back to my maiden name, so no. You and your family can't even try to lay any kind of claim to it whatsoever.
Wait, what? This doesn't make any sense at all. How can you just do that to someone's property?
Let's get one thing clear. You and your family never were paying for anything. Your names were not on any loans or deeds or titles. I was paying for everything for everyone this whole time with my own salary. So now that we're divorced, all of that reverts to me.
Wait a second. I just went to my office and looked through my copies of all the important documents that we have. And what you said is true. It really was your name on everything, but with our last name. Are you really telling me that this means we'll have to move out? You can't do that to us. It isn't fair at all.
I take it this means that you, Mike, and your husband still haven't been filled in on just what's about to happen. You might want to fill them in, because I've been ignoring every call and text the two of them have been sending me. You'd think they would have figured out that something was up after a week has gone by now.
I just told them that you told me that you were going on a last-minute vacation out of the country and that you weren't getting back to them because you weren't going to have any service. But I had no idea that you were going to do something like this to our own family. It's sick. How can you live with yourself? How can you just throw us out?
Well, I'm afraid that you're asking those questions to the wrong person. You really should have done your homework before you just sent off your forged divorce papers for Mike and I. But like you said, it's too late to do anything about it now. So I just did what I could. Changed my name on my documents, and now the house and car and everything is all mine. Like it always was, really. And I've already found a buyer for the house. So, you all need to move out as soon as possible, or else you will be forcibly evicted.
But this can't... It has to be a joke. You can't honestly be telling me that you were the one paying for everything for all of us this whole time. Was this your idea this whole time? Hold the house hostage so that if I ever kick you out, then you can get your revenge on us like this?
Of course not. That was never my intention with any of this at all. I wanted to pay because I could afford it and you all were my family. But did you really never once question who it was putting down payments on some of the largest things around here? I mean, do you know anything about who makes how much money in this family? Do you not know anything about how the house has been run at all?
I don't understand. This can't be happening to me right now. I refuse to believe a word that you're saying to me.
Believe it or not, I have been paying for everything for the past year that we've all been living together.
But then, what about my husband? What about Mike? What have they been doing this whole time?
Well, for your husband, I was actually also paying down his debt for him.
His debt? What's that supposed to mean? My husband doesn't have any debt. You have no idea what you're saying at all.
So you're telling me that neither your son nor your husband told you that they were unemployed then? You really ought to be showing me a bit more gratitude for all that I've been doing for you, you know.
Hold on a second. The two of them are unemployed? As in, neither of them are working at all? That can't be right.
Well, it is. Once again, I don't really know what to tell you except that you should really be focusing more on important details like this.
You're lying to me. I don't believe you. It can't be true at all. You're just trying to trick me.
I really am not trying to trick you at all. I've been very honest about what's been going on around here for the past year. But if you haven't been paying any attention whatsoever, I understand how this all might be a shock to you. But you can really only blame your own ignorance.
But then, everything, the home, loan, the car payments, the utilities, it's all been you?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. I assume that you probably thought it was your husband or son covering those things, but it was me the whole time. Now that you've gone and split Mike and I up, though, I don't really see any need to keep doing that for you all.
But why didn't anyone ever say anything about this to me? What's the matter with everyone? I deserve to know this.
It's probably because they didn't want to deal with you since they knew how you would react if you knew the truth.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? What way did they think I would act if I found out that neither of them had a job?
Well, you'd probably just be on their backs all the time about job hunting and working and not having enough money. I can't really say that I blame them for keeping it a secret from you. I mean, you were just one of the nosiest, rudest people I've ever known, and I would probably do the same if I was them. But honestly, I am just glad that you are not going to be my problem anymore. It's so nice to be rid of you.
What is that supposed to mean? How are you to get rid of me? I'm still your mother-in-law. You can't do this.
Actually, you're not my mother-in-law. Mike and I are divorced, remember? So given all that, I really don't owe you a single thing.
But why didn't you fight the divorce me? Could it be that you wanted to leave Mike this whole time?
What do you think? I was living in a house full of unemployed and unmotivated people who never showed me any gratitude for all that I was doing for them. On top of that, he never once stood up for me against you while he eagerly asked me to pay for every little thing of his. Do you really think that's a marriage worth staying in?
But then you're just going to leave us all like that?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds really wonderful, actually. I mean, I don't want anything to do with you or your family ever again.
I just don't even know what to say. How could this happen to us?
I can tell you how. You were a horrible bully who took it upon yourself to get your son and I divorced, and now I'm free of all of you. So I have to say that I really am grateful for all that you did for me. Consider us even now.
Linda, you can't be serious about this. Please, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for bullying you. I'm sorry for the divorce. I'm sorry for everything. Can't we just make this up and be friends again? Think of how hard you're going to make things for us.
Yeah, that's a no. I don't want anything to do with any of you ever again. You do understand what that means, don't you?
But why not? Why can't we just go back to the way things were?
That's exactly the problem. The way things were was awful, and I don't want that for me ever again. I couldn't bring myself to ask for a divorce before now, but now that it's already done, I'll happily accept it. Anyways, good luck figuring out between the three of you who is going to have to get off their butts and find a job. After that, Molly continued to spam by phone, begging me to forgive her and take her and her family back. It was honestly starting to get just a little pathetic, and so I finally blocked her. They had until the end of the week to pack their bags, and when Sunday came, they were gone and the house was completely empty. I heard from neighbors that all that week, loud arguments could be heard from the house. Molly was forced by her family to go back to work since she was the one who ruined the setup that they had been enjoying so much. But even her salary wasn't enough for all of them, and before long they were all working in some form or another.